evil. Everybody, and it can be really hard to find anybody who's upright and full of God's, that's set apart and the chosen. So I tell myself that maybe every day everybody's evil. That's what the word says. Most enter by the wide gate or on the broad way. So not narrowing self will is no free will, self will. So thank you, Father. Um, this is a video log of the incident that took place on 481 days ago. That's 49, 490, huh? Interesting. Do it all by the number, Father. So I know you're doing this. This is you doing this, and this is a test. So I pleaded with the state and the county to stand down. I even called the federal government about this county out here. So I'm not going to seek vengeance, Father, but I will seek lawsuit after this day. If they won't stand down today and I don't go there today and they don't drop this case, Father, I'm going to sue every county, um, Josephine, Lane, and Lake. I will sue the state and the federal government. And I know that I'm not seeking vengeance. I have to seek first, there's a clear Eighth Amendment violation of cruel and unusual punishment. So I know you made these men do these things to my daughter and my son, and even though I can't report their bodies missing and dead, you know where they're at, and that's all that matters, is that you create all things. And I'm going to keep my word. I said I would fight to the death to keep my son from going to prison. Now I don't know if he's alive or not, Father, but you know that. You know, if Adriana is alive, you have her and him right where you want him. So that will be done. So I know it's a Eighth Amendment violation because they kidnapped her and hit her, anywhere that she had to suffer damage from her body from that grenade is a cruel and unusual punishment. And to be woken up from a dead sleep is an Eighth Amendment violation, a Fourth Amendment violation, a Fifth Amendment violation. And I will take it, if they take it to trial and I will beat this case, then I have a wrongful prosecution case as well as all the other violations of my cruel and unusual punishment. 5 tear gas canisters and a grenade to the face is an excessive force, cruel and unusual punishment, an attempted murder charge potentially on the officer who threw a projectile that's supposed to not be at somebody's face, at somebody's body, that's meant to be thrown into a room. And so I've avoided it. I feel bad because maybe I should have filed these lawsuits sooner, but it's the taxpayer that has to pay for the criminal behavior of their public servants. But they'll be serving the community. Not serving the community. They're being tyrannical tyrants. So I have to hold them accountable, not for the money. It's not about the money. It's about accountability. And Father will, no matter, nobody's getting away with anything. I know that. So thank you, Father, for that. That you create all things. Thy will be done. Agape. Walk and follow in the commandments of God, Father, the Most High I am. And He commands me not to seek vengeance. I didn't seek vengeance. I didn't seek violence. I sought escalation, de-escalation. And evidence shows that. So you made me that way, meek, not weak. So this is a turning point. I have to sue these people for my civil rights violation, for their criminal behavior. And I just want to be done with this. I want to move on with my life. I don't want to do these court. It's a big kangaroo. I know what's going on here, but nobody gets away with anything. There's only one judgment, one final judgment. So thank you, Father, for the blessing. Well, not the less, but the abundance certainty of knowledge that you give me to know that you're in control of the situation and you create all things. So you create evil, Isaiah 45:7, chaos and calamity. So you're the word. Create all things. So I don't know. I really wish my attorney would be there, but he just going to try to get me off the case. You know, the evidence. They should, I don't even see how they can. They don't have the state has what is called the burden of proof to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. And they don't have that to begin with. They shouldn't be going to trial. But too many violations, co-counsel violations straight out the gate. Elijah's attorney, Dan Spencer, represented me and Elijah. That's each defendant has to have a different attorney. They won't listen, but that's okay. I know you're doing it, Father. I don't know why, but what am I to who am I to question? It says you do all of these things after your own counsel and for your own pleasure. You beat the people you love. It's just a test of the faith. I know that. It's just hard to get up every day knowing where Elijah's body's at and Adriana's body's at, and I can't even report their body's dead or missing. They keep throwing me in jail. I don't know why you're doing that to me, Father. I'm just a dad. Remember, I love you more. He knows I'm just his dad, not his father. Nobody will get away with nothing. Judgment's one final judgment at the end. So, thy kingdom come. No vengeance, not under this covenant. Can't some grenade somebody from a dead sleep. Accountability is what we need. Not the money. I don't care about the money. Both myself, my son, and my daughter would all be wealthy and never have to go through anything like this ever again. But it's one thing, you know, when you can normally report your children missing, but they won't even take the report because they don't have jurisdiction and have proof, video evidence that they shot my son. His hands were in the air. That's another Eighth Amendment violation. Cruel and unusual punishment. Wake him up from a dead sleep with a concussion grenade is an Eighth Amendment violation, a Fourth Amendment violation, a Fifth Amendment violation. I don't even have the burden of proof to take it to court, but yet they're taking me to trial here 15 months later, 481 days. Why, Father? Why, Father? Why? Why do they have to die? Was it me because I didn't take the silver and gold and do what Elijah said and just go on the road and just share the gospel like I told him that I was going to do when he turned 18? Because I love the word more than him, and he was on his own. You, Father, I love you more. I don't know why you do this to Elijah or Adriana. She got woken up from her sleep with a grenade. That's an Eighth Amendment violation. That's a Fifth Amendment violation. That's a Fourth Amendment violation. I haven't sued him because I don't want to make the taxpayer. You don't like taxes, Father. I know. You whipped the people for selling the doves. You stood up with your son, right? The word in flesh. I am. Well, that's why I stand up, Father, because you birthed your son and he stood up and he was whipped. And so you can keep whipping me, Father. I'm not going to turn from you. Ever. Never. You're all I have. You plucked the only thing in this life that I took the only thing I had from me. So I'm going to keep my word. I will fight to the death to keep my son from going to prison, but he's probably already dead. But I got to keep up the fight to hold accountability, not vengeance. I'm not condemning anybody. You'll do that. I asked for them not to bring violence, and they brought 20 plus men and woke my son and daughter from a dead sleep with a grenade. Kidnapped my daughter. Legally, took her without warrant. That's not legal. That's an illegal arrest. Cruel and unusual punishment, excessive force. Why would you do that to her, Father? She was working 7 days a week with her husband to try to avoid all this. Thy kingdom come. That's it. I don't care about anything else. Return of the bride. I'll see him then, right? Why her? Why her, Father? Why does she have to suffer? She didn't do anything. She loves him. She supports him. They read the scripture. Do they read you, Father? You, the word. It is what it is. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. If you put anything worldly in here, like Charlie Kirk, nobody outside of America, the beast that you're supposed to be standing up cares about Charlie Kirk, okay? Charlie Kirked himself. Remember, he's a little bit too far to the right. Little do too much, end up like a dumbass, huh? Go somewhere else, man. Your countrymen are being kidnapped on the streets by this PDF president that supports this, and so do you. You're going to have to face judgments for supporting somebody who supports PDF files. So Midwest made you, guess what? You need to wake up every day and tell yourself that everybody is evil, because most people enter through the wide gate. Father only loves just a fraction of everybody who's ever lived, because in the Old Testament, one sin was death. And now if you add a jot, that's death, or a tittle, that's death. I know his word. I know I am. That is my love. That is what I'm married to. Goodbye. You guys are swine. And he said, do not cast your pearls before swine. Death to America. Death to Israel. This apostate nation where I can't even report my son's dead body, or my son or daughter's dead body. Fuck America. Grow up. You will be held accountable. All of you. Nobody's going to escape judgments. Nobody's getting away with anything. Father created all things. Father created most people. Evil. Vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction from the foundation of the world. It was already created. Prognosco. He already knew. He is the word. I love the word. Charlie Kirked himself. Epstein didn't Epstein himself. Grow up, world. People are being kidnapped in America. Kidnapped. My daughter was kidnapped. I still can't get any justice. Who cares about Charlie Kirk? Nobody outside this country cares about Charlie Kirk. What kind of world do you live in? You better grow up if you are one of those has a hearing ear. And that's very few people. Evil. That's what the word says. Just a few people are oligos chosen. Take that. They like words. He is the word. Alien's a word. It's not a species or a being. Get ready for your false alien blue book. Not being. Don't beat me up, Scotty. MAGA, the high priest of the Satan church. I wrote my case. This illusion. Death, a doorway. Illusion. Death, a doorway. Time, a doorway. I know. I'm not. Abyss, no knowledge. Hell is no knowledge. That's the definition of no knowledge. I know, Father. So I can't even talk about my son. I can sit there and teach. Why'd you make me a teacher, Father Corpizzo, a false teacher? Sit there and teach. Why'd you make me a teacher, Father Corpizzo, a false teacher? You say peace and safety. Peace is antichrist. Christ is suffering. Peace is antichrist. I pay for this. That's all right. It's cost living in the middle of the zero. Nobody's in there. Just me and you, Father, again. Thank you. will be. I mean, what? That's all it takes, good and evil. So, chaos. The chaos. Oh, careful, we're not doing anything. So, thank you again, Father, for the burden and the blessing and the less, be less, and be less, and then the abundance and the bounty. Through the anointed, my master. I'm just going to keep doing. Try to keep my word. You are the word. I said, fight to the death. My son going to prison. Except 4180. See, don't question me. I do all these things after my own counsel. It's already written. Just do what you're told. Master is the word Lord. Pagan term never written in the scripture. I'd like to add to your word, Father. I know that. So at least I have that peace, not that peace. Those who say peace, that's Antichrist. I know that. Do not think that I came to bring peace. I came to bring a sword division that would divide. You are the horizo, not the scorpion. Most people are in the brain. Like a woman who can't child. Like a thief in terms of bomb. Like a woman at to all 180 countries, to all flesh. The gospel needs to be heard. Father, let me go, please. Take me home or let me go. Just get me out of this Babylonian prison. More people locked up in America than all the other countries combined. Wow. Nope, they don't know it. They're enslaved not by walls, then by debt. More debt than any other nation. They're printing $1 trillion every 100 days, Father. Whoa. See? Evil that you'd never even imagine. Whoa. Right? He said, whoa if you don't share it. So don't boast because you know. Abyss, hell. Not hell, reverse hell. Father, knowledge. Father's knowledge. Father creates all things. Peace is Antichrist. Suffering is the Hamashiach, the Messiah. There's no J in Hebrew or Greek, but if you want to use a translated name of Jesus, that's not in the text either. But he said don't add, but they love to add. You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z was not the last letter added to the alphabet. English, but they remember it's all. What is it? My name, Shem, not all the letters, minus the ones blotted out of flesh. So, thank you, Father, for creating most people to be evil. Actually, it's a little bit easier to get up every day knowing that everybody's evil. How often am I going to find somebody who is chosen? Many are called, but few. Oligas are chosen, so most people go to hell. Most people think hell's below their feet. That's pretty silly, isn't it? I think it's 2025 too, Father, but that's okay. They're lunatics, I know. I'll be the crazy one like Noah, right? So just build the ark, do what I tell you. Before Abraham was I had. Okay, Father, I hear you. Oh, that was Shiloh. And the word in flesh. What do you know? The word. Father's the word. Alien's the word. They think the alien's a living species of being. Whoa. Remember? Don't boast because you know, but whoa if you don't share. Father doesn't exist in flesh. That is Hokadesh, spirit or ghost. So. Oh, he creates all things, creates evil. Boy, you ain't even seen the evil. You think this world is evil? Most people think they're spinning on a planet. Whoa. There we go again. Most people think it's 2025. What am I to do? Show them to the light. Who's the light? You are the horizo. You separate the dark from the light, the flesh from above. Not again. So, daily cross. I hear you. Nobody hung from crosses. Father, I got you. Father, you sent your son and he nailed him to a tree. Like a contract, but not a piece of paper. Remember, it wasn't written on paper. It was written on stone. I don't know if they're smoking or rolling. Remember, it was on rolls, tablets. They think, I say that, they'll be like, Apple? I know. Like man chill with the apple. The transgender, Jesus. So I told them there's two Jesus. Well, they don't listen to me. I have many. You sent all of them. Christians, Catholics, Protestants, Presbyterians, Lutherans, Calvinists. Well, the isms, Calvinism, Satanism, Catholicism. Satan is Jesus. You idiots. You don't understand. You're just sitting there and spinning on a ball. Whoa. Again, that's crazy, isn't it, people? Star Wars, Anakin Skywalker, Chewbacca had Wookiee with an Ewok. They had a threesome, and now we got big feet. Why does it say that in the word that there's big feet? Oh, Father, why did you do this to me? Well, at least you didn't throw me in hell, right? The judgments are coming. Nobody goes to hell. Hell's no knowledge. Hell is the word no knowledge. You said in your book, Revelation, I am Apocalypse. Whoa. I come quickly like a thief in the night. Let no one take your inheritance, your crown. That's what you're here to do, is die to self daily, to flesh. Wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, the rulers of the darkness of this world. You know them by their fruit. Children of darkness, and those who do works in darkness, and children of light. Do not judge them by their cover. You know them by their fruit. One bad apple upsets the whole apple cart. He said, don't sup with vipers or cast your pearls before swine. Treasure awaits. Shallow is the treasure. Thy kingdom come. And the Lord, that's a pagan term meaning master. He said you can't serve two. There's two lying eyes that'll steal your inheritance. Yep. 3 and 11. I come quickly. Let no one take your crown. The start of the crown virus, the coronavirus. Crown. I come quickly. Let no one take your crown. March 11th. So they do it all by the number. They're doing it by the scripture, you idiots. As is above, the clock above your head. You can't go on the clock. Alien's a word. Aliens is 2 words. Father's the word. If you call my father an alien, you can get out of here. Goodbye. He said, don't sup with vipers. He's never. You knew I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. Oh. Give it to him, Father. He ain't begun to see the evil that you're going to create, I know. The old Project Blue Beam, right? No. Book, you idiots. I got this playbook right here. I know what they're going to do. He didn't speak with marbles in his mouth. They must have taken his marbles away. Crazy toys in the attic. You guys like, all right, thank you, Father. Forgive me this ministry. What a blessing it is to have somebody to talk to instead of talking to the walls and talking to the dogs. She took my son from me and my daughter, but oh well. What can I do? Just be a servant, saint, member of the blood of the saints. The baptismal blood will be poured out on the nations who fornicate with the beast. And he called her a whore in the book of Revelation. And I am Revelation. Top of the day. Don't mourn in here. You understand? I know, get below me. Get off your knees now. I know when I've been licked. All right. Oh, I won't be here forever. Flesh is temporary. Remember, and then you go back to you, Father. You sent your son to take. He took the flesh to you. I am inside me now. Nobody's getting away with nothing. One judgment, one ram. Father, I am. David declared him the lamb. That makes you the ram, Aries. The tabernacle, the place of rest. Come up here. I love you. I love you, my biggie. My biggie. Thank you for my puppies. Father, thank you for these blessings. And these such good boys. He's a little puppy. He's a 13-year-old baby puppy. Hey, he's a puppy. And there's another one, too. Oh, there's my other puppy. There's the one who ate the baby Jesus. He's the dingo. Did you eat the baby Jesus? Did you eat the baby Jesus? All right, here we go. 481 days. That's 4 plus 1. 4, 8, 1. That's 9. 49. You have to turn your cheek 490 times because they didn't let the land life value for 490. We're the meek, weak, not meek. Oh, weak. No, you're weak. Meek, not weak generation. 7 times 70. You're supposed to turn your cheek sometimes daily to the end. You got to save, be saved. You got to die to be saved. Grow up. You don't know what salvation is. You don't have the word sozo. How about that? Gary picked up the beginning, point to an ending. He'll heal. Anybody who wrongs you, he'll right. Anybody who hurts you, he'll heal your pain. But not to the end. You got to turn your cheek to protect yourself. So they brought men with guns, so they'll pay. They're not getting away with it. Remember, I de-escalated the whole time. Evidence shows that. So, Father made me that way. Meek, not weak. Remember, I could have shot those 2 state troopers dead that day. John Mogul, dead that day. So, did I? No. Could I? Yes. Under my 4th Amendment right? Yes. Here I am, 481 days later. So, with a son and daughter at Canaan report, dead or missing. Thank you for this apostate nation with no liberty and no justice and no peace. Those who say peace and safety, sudden destruction will come upon those who call out peace and safety. High priest to the Satan church, Matt. All right. Thank you, Father. Why did you make me look at that book? You're not a book, the word. Why'd you make me discover this knowledge, discern, define? How about that? Define the words. It's a word. So define the words that are in that book. It's not a book. You're the word. Remember, I know it's written on stone tablets and scrolls, and they made it into a book, but paper that they carry it around. You're on the hearts of the bride, I know, not in the sky. You divorced your bride, Israel. Israel of the Old Testament is not the Israel of Revelation. Israel of Revelation is all flesh, all nations, all. That's why everybody's getting stand on the X, go inside, flatten the curve. The coronavirus. Remember Revelation 3:11? I come quickly on March 11th. Let no one take your crown virus. They already did. They're stolen. You made them frontal lobotomized them. They think they're spinning on a planet, Father. Why did you do that to them, Father? Why do you make them think they're spinning on a planet, corkscrewing a third rock from the sun in the third dimension through time and space? Haven't they looked at the heliocentric model? They'd already be in space. Well, they would do what they need to go to space for. That's Spaceballs. Oh, didn't you divorce your bride, Israel, the Old Testament, for just that? For Spaceballs, gods in the sky, worse than being balls in the sky. The man's nuts grab my know. They always tell me, like, keep your hands off me. I'm not on the physical testament. This is spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore I say to you, put on the whole armor of God. So, God is the title. They don't like words. They don't like you. You are the word. Alien's a word, and they call you an alien, Father. Well, no, they call aliens alive. You're spirit, Okadesh, not flesh. They think an alien exists in a flesh being or species. What the heck, man? You sure made some retarded people, Father. Not like a mental disability, or that's not what I meant. That's a child of God. These people are idiots. No, like somebody made retarded, like they can't learn, like they have an inability. They're an ass. You made them an ass, Father. Remember, brutish in nature. You would call them in flesh, shallow. You were here in flesh. You call them a beast, brute beast, brutish in nature, an ass. Somebody has an unwillingness to learn. Somebody thinks God's in the sky. Somebody thinks it's 2025. 20 think what? 25. Whatever. Never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot their lunar ticks. They go by their lunar calendar. You must have made most people evil. There's only just a fraction of people walking around since the beginning of time that are good. Everybody's evil. That's how I'm supposed to walk around. Okay, everybody's evil. Treat everybody the same. You filled all the covenants of ritual, celebration, flesh, all this. I just have to show everybody the light. If they're a goat, just still show them light, and then 2 times, and then rebuke them, right, with that light. That's what the 2 times. That's what you're doing. Use your word. Hey, you're in the Broadway. You're in the, well, you're in hell. Hell's no knowledge, not below your feet. God's not in the sky. Are you an idiot? It's not 2025. There's no free will. There's no luck. There's no chance. Spinning on a ball. The hell are you doing? Oh, you already have one of them frontal lobotomies. Your head's been cut off, huh? You've been governed, government, mind control. Remember Christ, Father, in flesh, the Word in flesh, he hated the government. And they threw him in jail for that. People who don't get thrown in jail and get whipped and beat for standing up to the corporation. Now, well, back was a halakha, the big boy club, the taxation. Remember, no taxation without representation. You're going to hell. You're already there. You ain't going to be with Father. Father didn't even have flesh, so you think you're going to go into the sky. You're an idiot. Dead people don't go to the sky. Idiot's not an insult. It just means you've never heard or seen. Your eyes have not been, the scales have not been lifted from your eyes. That's the word. Revelation. We're in that book in those pages because the firmament declared it. So remember the Gemini, the bookends, Aries, Father's the ram. David declared in the lamb that makes you Father the ram. And then Aquarius. Whoa. Checking out on the prison bus. If you don't get thrown in prison like Christ, then you ain't Christ-like. You don't know Christ. You don't know my love. You don't know the word. You're a other Jesus. You're a fake Jesus. You're a booby Jesus, the one with breasts, the one Donald Trump his house decorated with the sun god Satan. Mithra, Jesus Christ. That's his name, right? Jesus. There's no J's in Hebrew or Greek. That's stupid as hell. Hell's the place of no knowledge. Abyss, Revelation 9:11. They come quickly, right? 3:11. Let no one take your crown. 9:11. They have a king over them. The angelos, the messenger. An angel is a messenger. People think angels come from the sky and angels fall from the sky. Dude, it's the stupidest thing ever. I know you frontal lobotomized it. And the president knows it too. And he's got them all playing their space ball, space force. Force. May the force be with you. Nanu, nanu. Those who peace and safety. Those who say peace and safety. Sun destruction. MAGA, high priest of the Satan church. Good luck there, peace, Jesus. Peace, your peace. That's your peace, Jesus. Jesus Christ, the Masse. December 25th, Jesus. December's the 10th month, right? Decami. It's a stick up. Everybody get their hands up. Whatever, man. Oh, 13, like a tortoise shell. 12 months in a year? Right. You ever play 52 pickup? Like two jokers in a deck? That's a Gemini, right? You've been played. You're not spinning on a ball. Go away from me. You smell like the earth is the rule. There's no earth under your feet. That's not what earth is. You're an idiot. Idiot's not an insult. You don't know what you're talking about. You've never defined any of the words in that book. He's not a book. He's the word. It's the word in flesh. Hope a dash, spirit, ghost. There's no such thing as ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. He's got a demon. So, there's no gods in the sky. He divorced his bride. Israel, the Old Testament, was physical. This Israel is spiritual. It's all flesh. You're an idiot. Not in the desert. I rebuked him, Father, but that's what you make me do. Just show him to the narrow way. Love thy neighbor like thy enemy, like thyself. They think love is like, man, I sure love my wife's rack. Honey, you want to get a new rack on your, I'm going to get some new wheels on my truck. You want to get a new rack? That's phileo love, right? I'm not asking you, Peter. Remember, he said, get behind me, Peter. Stiff Peter. All right, never mind. They tried lightsabers in their ice holes, but if you phileo me, Peter, do you agape me? And agape is to do what Father tells you. And don't worry, you ain't bringing anybody to Father. Father already chose who he wants before they even created all this. He already knew about redemption. He already knew about the forgiveness of Son. Fake Jews. Don't touch kids. Muslims, Christians, Catholics, Protestants, all those fake Satanists. Satan's the adversary. You add one, remember Old Testament, sin, death. New Testament, add a jot, death. Boom. Tittle, death. Thought, pornea. They're pulling on their own hub, chain, stick, whatever you call it, Nimrod. Remember? Stick, Peter. Get behind me, Peter. Remember? That's phileo love. You're an idiot. How about the word? Father's the word. What kind of words can you define in that book? Remember, it's not in a book. I mean, Bible, that's a book that was written by Constantine in Rome and turned it into a paper. Remember, they nailed a contract, bride contract. And he divorced his bride and called her a whore in the book of Revelation. And I am Revelation. Messenger, remember, hello, don't shoot the messenger. Angelos, Lord of the city of Los Angelos, Los Messengers. Remember, Christ gave that revelation to John at the island of Patmos. The gold mines are supposed to be like gold and silver. Did you see the price of gold today? I think it had $45 or something. Damn, $43. Can you keep up? Probably not. Like orange juice concentrate. If you find yourself staring at a bottle of orange juice because it says concentrate, that's the world. Frontal lobotomized. They're spinning on a ball. Orange, man, bad man orange, little cheese puff, whatever, 9/11, 4 plus 5 is 9, 4 plus 7 is 11, President 9/11, because he let Joe Biden, skip like a game of cards, Uno, forward and backwards in time, reverse, Back to the Future, Messengers, Magi, I'm a Magi, I am Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. What, buddy? It's not time to eat. Let's go to court today, so play the little kangaroo game. Kangaroo court. That's all right. Father will judge me. He has nope. I need Shiloh to cover me for the sins of the world, not covetousness and murderous or whatever things, for standing up to the America. Death to America, death to Israel. Oh, yep. Death to people who touch kids and death to people who have a PDF file president. The last one, remember, he knew I was a snake before he let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. Skip. Back to the Future. 4 plus 7 is 11. Month 8, where are we at? He does it all by the number. Don't worry about 481 days ago, they SWAT raided this house and hit my daughter with a grenade from a dead sleep. I can't let you out. You want right back in 5 minutes. It'd be like having the wife coming in every 5 minutes asking me if her butt looks big in that dress. I don't have the right answer for you right now. Is there a right answer? Can you please? I have 2 in here. My puppies, they like going in and out. Old lady comes in. Hey, honey, does my butt look big in this dress? Honey, I think I better go hang out in the doghouse with the dogs. I'm gonna get in trouble if I say something. Huh? All right, hold on. We'll let these boys out. You guys are in and out. It's not time. I know you're nervous because Dad's got. I know you'll be fine. Dad'll be okay. And Dad's. There's nothing they can't do to nothing, Dad. It's already written. All things after his own counsel, after his own pleasure. He creates evil. Most people are evil. Wake up every day and don't mourn, because that's what are you mad about? Why did somebody die? You having a wake up. All right. Anyways, words are very powerful. You understand? I know. Get below me. You get off your knees now. I know I've been licked. Hold on, it's my puppy dog. No kisses. They don't like me. This world don't like me, and that's okay. I don't care. I'm not here to be loved by the world. It says you're loved by the world. You be hated by my Father. I hope the world hates you, my brothers and sisters in the narrow way. Revelation. This is it. Checking out on the prison bus. All right, let me let my puppy dog. He ate the baby Jesus. He's my dingo. Somebody put the baby Jesus, the baby booby Jesus, the triple gender Jesus on the windowsill, and he ate the baby. Did you eat the dingo? Ate the baby? Did you eat the baby? Uh-oh. The dingo ate the baby. Did you eat the baby Jesus? He's so cute. All right, he shut up. See, we tricked him. See that? Can you do that? Cast a spell on him. Start cursing at him in cursive. Sting him. You get stung by the spelling bee when you're a child. Get schooled. So you go with the flow. Get channeled. You watch channels and hold on. It used to be like, wait. Remember, I used to get up, we used to go like this. Get the 411. You know what I'm talking about? At the toe and the time will be time. What an illusion that is, huh? Death, it's a doorway. If you never end, if there's eternal and time is eternal, then how do you die? How is there actually time as a doorway? Flesh is an illusion. Well, flesh is here, but it's comes and goes like Hope and Dash. How about Little Season? They're lost. Father, they don't love your word, and I know that. I do, though. More than this puppy. More than my wife's wreck. That's fatal. I love you, Father. You're the word. So all I can do is just wait until I die. I gotta to die. Well, salvation. Remember, to be saved. I gotta die. What? You're being a good boy. You're such a good boy today. Already. First top of the day to you, Mr. Boom Boom. Da boom 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 boom. So I got to play their little kangaroo court today thing, and if they do set a trial, I'm going to sue the state of Oregon. I'm going to sue Lake County, and if I can, if I can ever locate my son and daughter, if I can ever get the state, I can't go to the state police. Like I said, they won't take a report if they're money. Oh my goodness, it's fine. Okay, I gotta let these dogs out. They can feel the tension in my body. I just day to day. They're smart. Terminator did when it is okay. I know you'll come back in. Hold on. Would you go? You guys have already been out. Make these stay out there. It's cold out there today. So I'm just doing my video log here to document my discovery, because under the right of discovery and suppression of evidence, I've made thousands of hours of discovery against the federal government, the state of Oregon, and the state police, Josephine County, Lane County, and Lake County, Oregon. And so I have a date today with their little clown judges. Whatever, I don't know if Vandenberg will be there today. Called Pat Wilkie on me. I hope I don't say something about that today. Hey, how's your buddy Pat? Your little buddy Pat. It's Pat. Pat Wilkie's going to spend time in prison. If he ever is truly put to justice, he would be called federally indicted, and under discovery, it would show that him and Vandenberg collaborated. So that's conspiracy in this case. I have conspiracy with these two judges conspiring, and they say he didn't say he know anything about the death of my son, and he showed up 5 hours away. I had to wake up at like right now, 3 o'clock in the morning to show up. And I report my son dead in his county, and he said he don't know anything. Pat Wilkie is going to be put on federal charges and indicted. So will Vandenberg for conspiracy in this case with this potential murder of the Josephine County with this ring of strip gold mines. I believe that Marshall Radis Snitch is a trafficker, and he traffics people. And maybe this is uncovering some of these more of these immigrants that are working up there in Josephine County off the the Mount Creek, Oregon, where I pointed the police to where my son's dead body and daughter's potential raped and murdered body was at as well. And hopefully my son's alive. I don't have any hope, because they would both be alive and be living a normal life. They both are owed millions of dollars. So I have to do this. I didn't want to do it, and I'm making this discovery today, because if they put me into a trial, which they don't even have the burden of proof, the state has the burden of proof, and they already, I know I've spoken with the attorney that I've hired, and he won't even talk about my dead son, which is crazy, because that was his attorney. See, he's involved too, not like that. And I told him, is this a conflict of interest because you were involved in this case? I've avoided calling you because I've used the system, tried to let everyone do. I'm doing other things, trying to pay off the ministry. But, my son is now dead, or I believe the cops are involved with this. Marshall Radish killed my son, and here's the evidence to show it. I even reported this police. They say they're going to throw me in jail. I even have Pat Wilkie tell me I better stop talking about it, or he's going to throw me in jail, telling me I'm nutty for reporting my son. My attorney tells me to report it to the state police, the people who shot him with his hands in the air, grenaded my daughter, who I don't have to report it to the state police, right? I report it to the county that it's in, and they said, I'm going to come throw you in jail if we go find him. You have a no contact order. So right there, I want an investigation, federal investigation. Why Vandenberg, if he would have dropped that no contact order, you thought you had evidence, but the no contact order, they would have went and locate my son that day. That a 7-year warrant for his arrest. Why would they go get him? They said they had him on camera in Josephine County. I got these people dead to rights. I did this for a living. I was special weapons and tactics trained. I know that you can't throw a grenade at somebody's face. There's something called use of force regulation, and they have to use the proper force according to, you don't wake somebody from a dead sleep. That's an 8th Amendment violation of cruel, unusual punishment. 4th Amendment violation of right, right to be secure in your house, papers, persons, and effects. This procedure. If you're going to call a warrant, come out there, you still have to operate and execute the warrant properly. So, This attorney, the only thing said, they didn't have to show it to me. Yeah, but they didn't have to show you a grenade to the face, especially if they showed you the grenade or showed you the warrant. They didn't even have a warrant for my daughter's arrest. So that's a kidnapping, 100% a kidnapping. It's a wrongful prosecution case. Immediately, she should be already, her body went missing a year ago, as far as I can see, from when the state troopers tell me my sons went missing in September, but he had a court date in December that they summons me to in November. You know, these people are all, their timeline is completely off. You know what I'm saying? Um, so don't talk no nonsense in here. Do we have any moderators in here? I'll moderate you out of here because you're swine. Everybody you know is evil. Everybody's evil according to scripture. So don't come in here speaking evil and swine. I'll cast my pearls in the mud. He said, don't sup with vipers or cast your pearls before swine, pigs, people in government. Do you work for the government? Get out of here. You support the government? Get out of here. Or you just swine because you just speak filthy nonsense like all evil, most people? Goodbye. So, I'm going to sue him. I don't want to. I've held off doing this. I've done this, and I believe this has more made me even feel more guilty because I could have done this, but I don't want to sue the county. I don't want to sue the state. I want to sue these people. Taxpayers have to do anything other than the word in here, standing up to America, death to Israel, bullshit. It's spiritual death too, not no physical bombs. Fuck off, go out here, get out of my face. I don't care about none of your bullshit. Go away from me, you swine pig. Earth really ruled. Go back and serve your little corn syrup master. Get away from me. I don't cast my pearls in the mud. Get away from me. So, anyways, um, we'll see. If they take and set a court date, which I think they will today, because that's all I'm gonna do is show up and set a court date. I'm 100% because I already told them if they drop the charges, I wouldn't. So I have to keep my word now. I have to keep my word because I told I'd fight to the death to keep my son from going to prison, not with physical guns. They brought the guns force against me. All I've tried to do is de-escalate. My evidence shows that. So I have all these judges, all these people on federal indictments. They pushed me today. I'm telling you, they did it to themselves. All their discovery says they're watching, they're monitoring this channel right now. I know it. It says it in their discovery. Right of discovery, suppression of evidence. So I have evidence that, about this much that my son's alive, and probably this much that he's dead, and that Marshall Radonich or, Dan Spencer might be involved in with this case as well because he co-counseled me, and that dismisses the case right there. Each defendant gets separate attorneys, counsel. Each one of us were defended by Dan Spencer. He's super guilty. He's showed up at every case of mine, but he ain't out there looking for my son and investigating anything in this case. And he's got an open fucking warrant for his arrest. I want Dan Spencer indicted immediately. They made me open this can of worms. All these people, are they going to come kill me? They get rid of me. This case is going to go away pretty quick because we all live a pretty small life. Elijah didn't get no trouble for years and nothing. He already did everything he was supposed to do times two. I have all the discovery under the right of discovery. I have all that right to bring it evidence. See, I don't even see how they can bring me to trial because where are my two witnesses? I'm going to go to trial, and my son and my daughter are my witnesses in my discovery. Again, that in this case they co-counseled, or Dan co-counseled me. I believe he counseled my daughter too, as well as me, as well as my son. That's illegal. The case is dismissed. Drop right there. Why are they still trying to take this to trial? There are so many violations. They can't come in grenades. So what? If you have a warrant, you have to have the right. You can't apply excessive force. That's called a cruel and unusual excessive force violation. That's an Eighth Amendment violation. The right to adequate counsel and the right to Miranda. Miranda rights is the right to take and cost your body. Under your Miranda rights, they can't take your body unless they have a warrant. They arrested my daughter without a warrant. They grenaded her without a warrant. That is a violation. Case dropped, and she would already have a lawsuit. Now it's a wrongful prosecution case because they wrongfully prosecuted her. The district attorney dropped out, not even there anymore. He dropped the case because they know they don't have a case against her. It was a wrongful prosecution. It's cruel and unusual punishment. You do not wake up somebody from sleep with a grenade, concussion. Remember, I just went to the door because that's what woke me up, asked if they were okay, and they hit me in the face with a grenade. But see, I have the discovery on them because they're bragging that they thought they were going to get in a gunfight, you know, that I'm a constitutionalist, no, whatever, sovereign. There's no such thing as sovereign. I'm a veteran. I took a right to the oath of the people, the right to choose. The free, dumb, or free will, not free will like free willy, the right to choose, not take freedom out of your mind. Freedom's gone. Freedom's a theory. How about that? You're already one in here. You guys are knuckleheads. I'm leaving them out there for a while. But anyways, I know I have these people in a sling, so I waited 481 days today, and if they take this to trial, I'm going to sue them. I still have the right to appeal, you know, to pull all my discovery under the Sixth Amendment. Under Sixth Amendment is your trial, right of trial. Title 18, they charge you, and then under that right of trial, you have the right to fair trial, speedy trial, you know, call witness in your favor. My two witnesses not even going to be at my fucking trial because they're dead or murdered and I can't report them. How's this not going to come up at trial? You know, well, why didn't you let them arrest your son? Under a right of, remember, affirmative defense, I have that he did his probation twice. This attorney now, when I hired, is involved. I said, you sure I can hire you? Because remember, I called you at 5 months, 17 months, 33 months in this case to tell you Elijah should already, and he did it once, but did it twice. Yeah, I can do that. So we'll see. I know he can beat the case. So there's no such thing as luck. No such thing as free will. No such thing as fortunes. Got to be dead. You got to be dead to be saved because Christ got to come back to be saved. Nobody's being saved until Christ comes back. Boom. It's called redemption. Buy something, come back and pick it up later. Redemption. Study the words. So we'll see. Like I said, whatever they want to play their little court thing today, that's it. I'm going to counsel law. I'll be doing it Monday, or well, today's Monday here this week. I'm not going to wait any more days. There's plenty of civil lawsuits. I'll take this attorney. I'll just take the live stream. Go look at the live stream. It's on the. Go ahead, Bubba. Take a look at the live stream. I live stream the SWAT raid. I haven't showed it to any civil lawsuit attorney. They'll be so hungry. They'll be starving. Like, oh my God, you have not filed. It's okay. I'll get it taken care of. I'm trying to find my dad or son or missing daughter, and I know the police are involved, and they've been involved from the beginning. They're corrupt, and people are afraid to stand up to corrupt police. That's what Christ did. He stood up to corruption of his father's law, the Torah. And if you're not standing up to the law, then you're not Christ-like. You're already in hell, and that's where you're headed, because he only loves just a little tiny bit of everybody since the beginning of time. His bride is a teeny tiny fraction of everybody. So most people are able to everybody's okay. Because look at what's going on in this country. Look what's going on right now in this. And Father's creating it. He created all things. So I'm not trying to change a damn thing. I've wasted, decades more and more of my life thinking that I'm bringing to people to Jesus. And you got to grow up. You got to start studying his word. So you're going to suffer. That's part of who Christ is. Peace is Antichrist. Suffering is the true Hamashiach. But you get taught the other way. So those who say peace and safety, this is Matthew 10:34 through 39. Read the whole passage. I'll just give you the beginning. Those who say peace and safety, sudden destruction will come upon those who call out for peace and safety, right? I do not come to bring peace. I came to bring a sword of division that will divide. Do not think that I came to bring peace. MAGA, high priest of the Satan church, do as thou will. No free will, pornea, self-will, but no free will. God knows what you're going to do. If Father created all things, there's no free will, then there is no luck, and there is no fortunes. Do your studying. So I love the word. I'm in love with it. I'm married to it. I'm a bride, and I'm excited about the wedding. I don't care about anything else in this world. That's called pornea, dirt, earth, idolatry, things you see of your eyes, little things, and big, tall, 58-story Babylonian dressed Apollyon towers. Satan Tower. Satan had a 58-story tower in Manhattan, right? Babylon. Manhattan, right? Why does Trump have his tower decorated with Satan? 58 stories. Nobody cares. Remember? Everybody knows he's a PDF file that's been on the dark web for decades. And nobody's doing anything about it. And he's still marching over. Remember, violated the Supreme Court and repealed posse comitatus? Or that? No, I already told you that. These people didn't look at that Senate bill. They're drafting women in America. Been trying to bring people to the Deagle map. So nobody cares. That's all right. I know people think aliens are real. Alien is a word. No such thing as aliens. There's no such. Where does that say that in scripture? Oh, we got one of these people who are spinning on a ball, a planet. Or does it say planet? See, you add one jot, now you think you live on that jot dot. What did NASA blow it up? Now you're spinning around at 1,040 miles an hour living on it. So I know, Father, I'll suffer because of it, and that's what Christ did. He stood up to it, and you ain't Christ-like if you don't stand up to this perversion, corporation, slave nation is what it is. And imagine being on the other end of all these guns as you flatten the curve of free nation. Well, there's more people locked up in America. They're trying to throw me in jail. They were trying to throw my son in jail. So I stood up and said, no, you're not going to throw him in jail. I have all the evidence. So you're saying the earth is what? Earth is the ruled. Heavens is above, not your head. It is the ruling class. Hello, who's ruling you? I'm governed. I'm mind control. Got to hit him with the mind control. I'm going to vote. Oh, yeah, right. Red and blue make purple. You're an idiot. Look at this. Are you saying the earth isn't round? Dude, you're an idiot. You're talking about shapes. Get out of here. Go take your pan, got your little round thing, stick your little Peter Pan, little flute, and somebody else's American pie there. Get the hell out of here. Hell's not below your feet. Earth's not below your feet. So such a thing as a planet. Go away from me. You stink like the earth. You've been ruled by words. Spinning on a ball. Or does it say that? Come on. Grow up, world. On the whole wide world, north, east, west, and south. You might want to get with the news. He'll send the angels to the four corners of this rock, right? Don't talk about shapes in here. Go away from me. Stick your little flute in somebody else's. This one time in band camp, go away from me. American Pie. I hate America. Death to America. Death to Israel. Spiritual, not physical, you idiots. The Israel of Old Testament, I'm saying. This new covenant that he made with his bride is all flesh, all 180 countries, not some place that's bombing people in the other. He said meek. You're not bomb people and be meek. That's not Israel of the scripture. The Israel of the Old Testament is not the Israel of Revelation. That's a spiritual Israel. It's a spiritual bride. So spiritual death. Can you discern the difference? What I'm saying? No. You don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. Like two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. Don't worry, the dragon will be there to consume the child. America's almost over. This whole thing is done. They're putting they'll bring your little robots in. You'll think there's aliens and you'll get in your little boxes or bowls, your little bubble trouble. Millimeter waves, or stinky glass holes from Mr. Stinky Muskrat. No, God doesn't love everybody. You're blasphemous. See, this is Satanist. This is Antichrist. It could be anymore. God only loves his bride. Straight is the gate. Right? Narrow is the way. Most people go to hell. This is Antichrist. It says that in the book of what? Matthew. Never sat down and read it once. You're done. God is a title. It never says God in scripture. There's no vowels in Hebrew. There's no J's in either Greek or Hebrew. Who the hell is your Jesus? Get out of here. Other Jesus, other gospel. You don't speak the God. You change one jot, that's the other bot. Good, look at this, guys. He so loved Jacob, who he called Israel, and gave him the inheritance. Is all about inheritance. And he hated Esau before either one had done anything on this rock. He hated Esau. Remember Nimrod, the one Trump has his house decorated with? Yeah, that's one Trump has his house decorated. He killed his brother, Jesus Christ, the male son, and tree worship. People are idiots. You are probably one too, but hey, if the scales have been lifted, the word is aletheia. From your eyes, the truth will be revealed. Remember, it sets you free, not free will or freedom. It's never mind. You're enslaved by words. God's not in the sky. The Father's inside of the heart of the bride, not on altars. Old Testament and blood and fuck your sister. Be fruitful, multiply, grow up. Eye for an eye. You can't go in and seek and have. We're not even to have one soldier outside the borders of America. You don't know this covenant. Even Washington said no foreign entanglements. You're a long way from that, aren't you? All tangled up in your words, aren't you? That's the Hebrew word called perverted. Froward is what it's called, but you're perverted. All your dialect is alien. Alien is a word. It's not a species or a physical thing. Like father doesn't exist in flesh. So now you call him my father an alien? Space Jam, Michael Jordan, slam dunk, 923 tomorrow. They're going to play their rituals on you. It doesn't mean it's the 923 ritual. It's already happening. It's been happening for years. That's been going on since Operation, what? Nanook. Northeast, west, and south. Are you spinning on a ball? Hashtag outside the ice wall. Welcome to outer space. But never mind. So, not the Scorpizzo. Straight is the narrow is the way. Broad way that leads to hell. Because you ain't willing to narrow self. Will, not free will. Take your little flute free willy there and stick it again in somebody else's little Bandcamp American Pie. This one time in Bandcamp. You guys more entertained by television, huh? Get poked at when since you're a child, start cursing at you, spelling spells and stinging you at the spelling bee and cursing at you in cursive. Nobody even spells cursive, do they? And spell cursive. Do you understand? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand. I don't think anybody understands me. Yes, they all understand. Don't they? No, they're retarded. You get them screwed. They're screwed. They've been screwed down and throttled so they can't use all their brain capacity. Not a disability. That's different. Retarded. Hemisphere. They think they're spinning on a ball. They've been lobotomized. No. Are you spinning on a ball? Put a 1 in the chat if you're spinning on a ball. Let's get a little reaction here. I gotta try to get my energy up just to hear. It's hilarious. This world I live in, most people are Satanists. All religions are Satan. All people are Satanists. Only there's just a tiny people that are good. I'll probably ever meet just a few, maybe tiny. It's just few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. And until the final judgment, there's only one judgment. Everybody's evil, pretty much. They'll start thinking that way. Maybe this word will start making a little bit more sense. He's the word, so that's what it says in his word. Most enter by the wide gate, hell. Most people go to hell. You think hell's below your feet? That's your problem. You don't love the word. Hell's not below your feet. God's not in the sky. God's a title. I mean, God. I mean, he said before Abraham was, I am. When they asked him, what is your name? They said, what is your Shem? Not name. And when he means name, he don't mean Jesus, Yeshua. It means all the letters minus the ones that are blotted out. Which ones are those? I don't know. It's in the book of Colossians 2 and 14. Remember stone? Are you stone? It's on the hearts of the bride anyways. It's seeking ye shall find, asking ye shall receive, knock and I will come sup. He said, don't break bread with vipers, right? Don't. Well, did he not? Don't cast your pearls in the mud. Don't sup with vipers. He said, knock and I will sup with you. So who do you sup with? Vipers. Don't sup with vipers. Remember, he said, you know, I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. So if you play politics, you're not welcome. Not in this house, temple. Spiritual here. It's a spiritual wizard, a spiritual bride, spiritual ministry, spiritual revelation, spiritual temple. Remember? Not on tablets, the Old Testament, sacrifice, feed, blood, wine, or have sex with your sister, be fruitful, multiply. We're not under that covenant. Old Testament. Remember, he called his bride out as a whore in the book of Revelation. We're here. We are in those pages right now because the firmament, we're locked in the waters above, below. We're not spinning on a ball. Said so. Or does it say we're spinning on a planet? No ones, no nothing. You guys are the silent majority. You're going down to the silent majority, so you know that. You don't even have no words. Most time, every word that comes out is a translator. You speak in translation. You love a transgender Jesus. So, it's okay. That's Satan. December 25th. It's not hard to figure out, is it, Nimrod? I just called the authorities. They're on their way. Oh, cool. Right on. Have a court date today. You can meet me in Lake County. Call the feds. Fuck the feds. Alphabet Soup Agency. They're all armed to the teeth. They'll kill you, though. They don't care. They're like all these Proud Boys and J6ers that are going to kidnap people for Trump on the streets of America right now, throwing people because they're foreigners and no Americans because they're too poor in concentration camps. absolutely violating the right of due process, irregardless if you have citizenships. You have right under the Constitution when you're in these walls, but nobody cares. The most dangerous place to be ever in the world right now would definitely be America. He's going to call the authorities. Fuck the police. You ever heard of fuck the firefighter? All these stupid authorities, all they care about is their safety. Not like a firefighter, not like a veteran. I know I'm a veteran. 17, I joined the military. We're willing to give up this flesh for other people, the cause. Remember, all officer cares about is officer safety. So go ahead and call the authorities. They're already afraid of me. They won't call me. I've been calling for 5 years trying to get him to come out and deal with these corrupt police that sell drugs to this county and to the farmers. How do you think drugs get into prisons? Oh, the prison guards. How do you think the people get all the drugs? The government. Afghanistan. Hello. So the feelings police. Oh, we got some feelings police in there. Oh, he's got a gun. Call the police on him. It's his fucking constitutional right, dumbass. Stop clogging up the fucking 911 line. Yes, an open carry state. Fuck off, dumb bitch. You done called here already once, didn't you, this year? We got you in there, feeling police fucking file. Thanks, Carl. You know what I'm saying? Well, totally invite your Miranda right, accost your body. They can't stop you unless you committed a crime. If you're an open carry state, you're open. Shot because you have it, but you have the right to open carry. Shot because you have it, but you have the right to open carry. Other end, say, hey, listen, you dumb fuck. This is an open carry state. If a man walks into a bank with a gun, and maybe two, he's got one on each side, and each person in the line is carrying a gun, has a sidearm. Each one of the tellers has a gun, sidearm. Each one of the tellers has a gun and is armed. The bank manager has a gun. The loan officer has a gun. How successful do you think you are going to be at robbing that bank? A armed public is a polite public, correct? And I'm not calling for arms. Remember, they came and brought 25 with men with guns and try to kill me. Let's go back to the feelings police. These fuckers are feelings police. They're going to come up to you and say, hey, well, we got a call that you were. Just let me see your ID. What the fuck? I ain't committed. We got a gun. Motherfucker, it's lawful to carry a fucking weapon. Lawful and legal with your little fucking legal speak bullshit. It's a constitutional fucking carry state. Remember? Constitutional fucking carry state. Remember? I have the right to open carry. The fuck do you stop me for? Why don't you tell the people on the other line to fuck off and tell them their feelings got hurt? You get fucking killed for having a blinker out in this country. The cop don't get a blowjob. All he cares about officer safety. Oh, he moved. Bam! Oh, he had something. I saw something in his hands. Write it on the report. You saw that, right? You know? Oh, somehow the pedos and politicians and cops, the documents end up missing. No docu cam or nothing, huh? No, FOIA request. We don't know. It's all. We don't have it. Won't even give it to you. So, over a freaking taillight? Over ID? I need to see your ID. Cops are like crack. I need to see your ID. Let me see your ID. I need that ID. Or meth. I need your ID. I need it now. You can't stop my arrest my body right unless I committed a crime. See, that happens every day in America. And that's crazy. Thanks for making the point of that. Feelings police. What a bunch of fucking people. And a bunch of dumb fucking idiots, bootlicking cop bootlickers. Fuck the police. Tyrants operating commerce, not even operating in judicial capacity anyways. Now, these people pay for this crap. You know, they have a guaranteed 80% private prisons before they're built. How do you think they fill them up? Fucking pigs. Congressmen, district attorneys, fake fucking clown judges, all this whole system's a joke. It's a corporation. No crimes being committed in this country. They're all crimes of commerce. So learn your fucking rights. Stand up, all your rights. No, go down to the silent majority. Just watch a woman get her ass beat from a phone as a man and watch her get her ass kicked on your little phone. Just, oh, I'm gonna do my First Amendment right of citizen journalist and just watch this woman get her ass kicked, you know, on the phone. Isn't that crazy, the world we live in? It happens in all nations. It just isn't this one. And some other countries is even worse. It's like, oh my God. People just fall down the ground. They don't even fucking care. Just, so. Muslim, and I forgive you. God bless America. 4 wives living in America. Fuck you, you pedophile piece of shit. Fuck you. Don't touch kids. Get the fuck out of here. It's never okay to touch kids. Fuck America. Death to America. Death to Israel. Spiritual death, you fucking pedophile. Motherfucker, don't touch kids. Just like the PDF file president. Fuck off. Fuck America. Fuck Muslims. The Quran was written by Catholics, you dumb fucking Muslim. That's not it. Fuck all you stupid fucking religions. All you stinky people. There's different races. There's one race, the human race. I was born in the concrete jungle of Los Angeles, California. I don't see color. You're a fucking idiot. Grow the fuck up. Father didn't create races. Created one race. There's no aliens. Shut up. Gods aren't in the sky. I don't see color. You think God put melanin in our skin for race? That's how close he put it to the equator. You're a fucking idiot. Racism is taught. 4 children from different nationalities, irregardless. Persia, Rome, what? Oh, sorry, I'm back in my old time. The desert, Saudi Arabia, one from China, one from America, one from the Congo. They're sitting there playing in a playground, 4 years old, 4 children. They don't see color. Fuck you, you fucking racist fucking pigs. I'm sitting in a foxhole and a man's got melanin in his skin or shaped of his eyes. I said it's because how close he put us to the equator. There's no fucking aliens and no races. One race, the human race. Get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. I don't want money, you dumb fuck. You want to buy something there, Kung Pao chicken? I said I needed $5,000 for today and I was willing to sell something, you fucking piece of shit. You only hear what you want there, shitty chicken. Fucking, I got organic motherfucking butt nuggets, golden nuggets. Fuck off, Kung Pao. Nobody ever gave me no 5,000 and nobody bought anything. So fuck off, dude. I was offering something for sale and I wasn't fucking happy. I knew I had this court date coming today. What a piece of shit. Why would he be happy in a nation where the president's a PDF file? The Quran was written by Catholics, which are Satanists. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Screaming. So what are you streaming for? I'm streaming to make discovery against the state of Oregon, Josephine County, Lake County, all these judges to have them put in prison. You're an idiot. You just come in here and the government's watching this channel. It's discovery. I'm creating discovery. You know what right of evidence or right of discovery and suppression of evidence is? You're an idiot. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's what that means. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Never seen it or heard it. Couldn't be held against you in a court of law. You literally could not be held accountable. So shut the fuck up and use your Fifth Amendment right. Because I can do that. That's the only right I have left is this. They already killed my son and daughter. I can't even report their dead body missing. So go fuck yourself. Unless you can help me. Come in here. Oh, yesterday I was happy. I'm not happy. Fuck this country. They're kidnapping people off the streets for being too poor. Are you happy about that? Putting them in concentration camps, violating their right of due process, and acting like everybody's just acting like it's okay. Violated. Supreme Court said he violated Posse Comitatus by using the military against you. He's putting military in 25 fucking states now. That's half the country. What are you going to wait to speak up until they're in all 50 states? Shut the fuck up. I've been standing up and have 60 YouTube channels for a dozen years. Somebody came in here, I'm calling the cops on you. And I went off on this, you know how it is when I do what I do. So you don't like me, I don't care. Go the fuck away from me. You're not here to be loved by the world. He said, you're loved by the world to be hated by my Father. I hope the world hates you, bride. You know, the word nice means to be, it means to be stupid. Don't come here and be nice to me. Nothing's okay in this world right now. They're just kidnapping people. Trump bombed a fucking boat right in the middle of the fucking international waters. Nobody cares. It's another Pearl Harbor incident. So 9/23, here we go. Into the darkness, into the abyss. So don't come in here and try to change a goat into a sheep. It's not possible. You're just an idiot. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Hell's not below your feet. Hell's no knowledge. No bis, no bathos, no busos. My people shall perish for lack of bis, bathos, busos. B-U-T-H-O-S, B-A. Yeah. Oh, yeah, B-U-S-O-S, B-A-T-H-O-S, and B-Y-S-S is the word knowledge, and you have none of it. And that's why your mind is numb, comfortably numb. So it's all discovery. Go look on the thing. The police SWAT raided my house because they tried to throw my son in jail because they said he didn't do his probation when he did it twice. This is all this about. It's fucking stupid, man. It's more than that, obviously, because of the shit that I do, because I held a protest against police department and said, you're fucking drug dealers. Well, I didn't say that at the time. I said, Donald Trump's a drug dealer. He's trying to deal you some fucking fake scamdemic, and don't you know that a virus is not a living organism? Are you going to be that fucking stupid, America? I defended your right. Why the fuck are you standing on an X and wearing a face diaper? In the desert, only women burqa veil their face. I thought this was the, you know, I know you're a Proud Boy supporter. They fucking taking and kidnapping people off the streets. Father's going to make this dumb fuck here answer for his doesn't even have any humanity left in him. Who cares if they have a piece of fucking paper, you bootlicker? That ain't no different than a goddamn fucking speeding ticket or your grass grow too long. Look at Jason, has no fucking humanity at all. Doesn't give a fuck. I say, go out, be with the sick, not throw people and fucking stand on the X, go inside, flatten the curve. This is what you get. And that's who's arresting these people, all these J6ers. Look at their fucking tattoos. Look at their dress code. I've been a fucking SWAT team. I've done special weapons tactics. I've done crowd control. I was a military police in the Army as well. I've fucking done this shit. So I know this. These guys are a bunch of jackboot thugs flagging weapons and shit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just getting paid like Amazon to put you in the fucking box. Remember, Amazon don't give a fuck. Amazon just puts you in the box. Remember, get in the fucking box. Get in the box. They just put you in the box, put you in the camp. Amazon just ship you out. You know those people washed up in fucking Spain, handcuffed and shackled? So look at Annie's typing in fucking capital letters now, like somebody gives a fuck about you, even don't care about. Did you hear what I said? They're too poor. How about you bet this dude's one paycheck away from the streets, probably living on some fucking benefit and fucking bitching about fucking Mexicans coming across the border when they're from Argentina, El Salvador. Remember, they're Salvadorians, they're Venezuelans, and they couldn't tell the difference. Dirty fucking Mexican. That's the American attitude right there. As they put food on their tables for 50 fucking plus years since I've been here. I grew up right there on there. Most of my friends were Latino, fucking idiots. They wouldn't know the difference between. I told you there's no racist. I don't do none of that shit. They pin all these people against each other. You're black, you're brown, you're white. Yeah, a little honeypot. We go again with we got another honeypot. First, it was the J6 falls to the crap hole, the crap hole, and now the whole thing is that Charlie has got us surrounded. He's a little bit too far to the right, like the elephant, little knew too much, and stupid politician bullshit, and ended up leaning to the left. Well, he was like an elephant. Remember, he little knew too much, and then ended up like an ass. These people are idiot, frontal lobotomized, frontal lobotomized. So they don't even see that their own citizens are being fucking taken off the streets for being too fucking poor, and they're one paycheck away from the streets. They're living on a benefit. They're going to get pulled, and they're going to be, that's the next one on the list. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be next on the list because you got blue hair. Maybe they don't like the people who have blue hair. You know who's coming next, brother, sister? Let me lead you in on anybody who's paying attention to this channel. I just should be creating a discovery, but it's okay. Go to the Deagle maps. Hey, moderators, moderate anybody who's not on topic. You know how this channel works. So if you looked at the Eagle maps, there's 200 plus, I think it's 211 million Americans that disappear before the end of this year on their pagan lunar calendar. December on the 12th month. That's fucking stupid. December is 10. Are you serious? Okay, but anyways, 211 million Americans disappear just out of America. And I encourage you to go look at these Deagle maps. They've been out since 2007. I'm not going to answer questions or even look at you guys. Try to say something stupid, but I'll just not even look at your shit. You guys are fucking stupid. This is going to happen whether you like it or some fake space alien invasion that they've had put in place for thousands of years. And they know the Yuga cycles and then all these debt cycles, the 80-year cycle that, just shut your fucking mouth and listen up or glean, something in here and see all this will be easy to get rid of. So, Carl, you still in here? Yes, thank you so much, moderators. So anyways, this is called Project Blue Book, not Operation Blue Beam, or this is Operation Paperclip, Operation Nanook, Operation, remember, all these are operations where they took over the sky, they took over the water, they took over the air, they took over all this, and now they got people spinning on a planet, thinking they're going at 1,040 miles an hour on a planet. So don't listen to these people. They've been frontal lobotomized. This whole gone. They're done. They're already. You couldn't tell them like the people that support Trump. Remember, all they could do is win, win, win. That trophy generation. I don't do either. Remember, I was a snake before you let me in, and then he let Joe Biden. So, man, we got a lot of swine in here, huh? Get rid of all of them, please, moderator. Get all this nonsense. Hey, if you look, it's mostly like Christians, European nations, and people who are like Catholic or Christian. Whitey is what Kevin said, and we're not being racist because that's that Whitey attitude, that fucking stupid fucking Mexicans coming over here stealing all their fucking jobs and they're on a goddamn benefit, and they go to their Mexican cabinet and just eat their goddamn fucking food from they don't do shit. They don't produce this. And these people come over, get a job the first day, pay tax first day, get a phone kit first day, pay tax on that, get a car, pay tax on that, get house pay. They don't pay shit. Some pay Social Security. They don't get. Most of them came here, got a job, didn't do shit to anybody. They just wanted to send money back home. They get a new fucking beta game. I hate fucking Americans so much. They're so fucking stupid. the stupidest fucking generation, and they have the most foulest mouth, not cursing, just the things they say, because they have a First Amendment right to. And I'm not saying people don't say stupid shit outside of America, but as a whole, if we could just put American like IP address, you'd see that the swine and the filthiest, most disgusting, it's either they want to see you're Negro, or they'll push drugs on you, or there's something wrong with you, you have some mental disability, when we are the fucking scum of this fucking earth that's gone around for 50 plus years and forced everybody by war to pay for oil when we didn't need to use oil ever. There's been nobody should have ever died for a single fucking drop of oil, because we have perpetual polarity anti-gravitics. There's still machines running from the Tesla Museum that are still running from the 1800s. They had a car that go 1,000 miles on a single charge. Trump is Musk. That's his ice hole, buddy. They trade lightsabers and then their ice holes. He get his stinky muskrat, buddy. Can't even go a car to go 500 miles. Bullshit. We have tech far superior in what they have today. This is bullshit. They're getting ready to fool everybody with this tech, with this fake alien invasion. Alien's a word. There's no aliens. There's no alien in the sky. There are no gods in the sky. And this could be so easy to pull off as far as a virus is not alive. Everybody thinks a computer is alive. Now, well, the computers that are inside the robots are alive, and now they're killing people. And now we got factions to save you, get in your work camps. They got this all planned out. And this is going to go before the end of the year. If not, we'll see. These Deagle maps have been put out since 2017. But I think that these Deagle maps are going to come to fruition. If you pay attention, they're predominantly people who believe in Jesus Christ, or some kind of faith-based white, little whitey, whatever. I don't see color. White's not even a color. Black's not a color. Don't tell me you bet your wife over 100 times the altar before you ever brought her in that white dress. And she was with that other guy too, pounded her ass real hard too. Remember, white dress. Shut up. Black, you're guilty, you're wrong, you're already convicted. Those aren't even colors. But remember, I don't do race. Fuck you, you white nigger, black nigger, brown nigger, red nigger, and yellow nigger. There's an attitude. Grow the fuck up. But anyways, they're gonna do this. Aliens, or see, people are all pissed off over a word. They lose their fucking mind. Piss on flags, burn fucking flags. Shit, I wipe my ass on the flag. I'll tell you what. You can take all the red, white stripes. I'll wipe my ass with red stripes. Fucking, I didn't take no oath to no flag, no country, or even people. It was the right of the people. It was the right to choose, not choice. Choice. Choose. No victim, no crime. So the victim is you. You've been frontal lobotomized, spinning on a ball. You know what I'm saying? What a bunch of nonsense. These people don't ever read the words. So alien is a word, aliens is 2 words, and now they're going to do this. Oh my God, there's gods in the sky, and they've been taking fucking robots and shit up there for decades and boring out the under, and they're going to bring them from above and below, and it's just going to be, it's not the end of the world though. That's what people are stupid and think, oh, it's Armageddon. These people are lost. They want to go back down to the 1700s. Like, what was it? There were about 600 million people on this rock in the 1700s. Actually, if you look at their Georgia guidestones, that they dropped red Katina, blue Katina. Anyways, whoa, silver's like gold. Never mind. They hit the gas on that, went turbo, and they want 500 million on their stones, their tablets, their laws on stone and their rocks that got knocked down. Directed by, well, never mind. Moving on. Tables of stone. Remember, now it's on the hearts of the bride. Tables, not altars. Remember, blood. Oh, there's blood on the top of those things. Why they do that? Anyways, let's not talk about the RC, the Rose Church stones. But let's talk about the number. That will do it by the number. There was 500 million people that were on that rock. Okay. Fuck you, I get tear gas on my walls because the fucking cock shot at my walls. Stop talking about my walls. It's the stupidest fucking thing ever. Why do those dumb fucks say that? I have tear gas on my walls. Still breathing tear gas from fucking cock-sucking pigs. Somebody gonna say, I got tear gas on my walls. Fuck you, fucking slime balls. You got walls around you. You've been enslaved by debt. How about that, you fucking idiot? People come here, try their asses off, send money to fucking back home to Mima, their familia, and you get a new goddamn beta game, or you come in some fucking YouTube channel. Oh, I got no fucking, I'm in your walls. This is America, but it's just guaranteed a fucking American. A fucking stupid fucking American has the right to free speech, right? And stays the stupidest fucking things. God, I hate America so fucking much, man. I chose to, 17, thought I was defending the right of the fucking people. Boy, was I wrong. Anyways, moving on. So, you sound so angry. Eat a Snickers or something. Eat fucking poison. This person wants me to eat fucking candy. Eat poison. This person is a government fucking slime ball with their sugar holidays. Christmas is Satan. Christmas is Jesus Christ, birthed in the middle of the winter in a manger, you fucking stupid Americans. It was banned in this country. They would throw you in jail, fine you for celebrating it. It's an orgy. Remember? George Washington banned fucking Christmas. Americans are so fucking stupid. The nation was founded on Christmas. They came over here flaying that celebration of the Mass, eat my body, drink my blood. That's vampirism and cannibalism, you slime balls in America. You say the stupidest fucking things, and you let your women get drafted. So you stood on an X. You men are the weakest ass men ever. You're Rome. Fuck. This is a continuation of Rome with the Vatican with the head and eagle coin. Oh, we're going to clip the penny. Oh, already did that. Lock up Donald Trump. I thought it was supposed to be gold and silver. Yeah, and a constitutional republic, not a corporation. He's a bankster. You push Donald Trump off a 500-story bank, you'll still land in a suit. So you wouldn't know what anger is, and you don't know what Christ is. Shut the fuck up. Lord's a pagan term. Christ's a pagan term. You're a Satanist. You know that. Those terms are never written in the book. I have them right here. It's not. There's no J's in Hebrew, so don't. What now? It's Jesus. No J's in Greek. It's just a translated name. Those are translated words that are never in the book. You're an idiot. Oh, here we got more. We're gonna follow the fucking coattail. Look at that. You're Satanist. That's Jesus Christ. Christ means the Hamashiach. No, that's the Messiah. The Messiah was anointed in oil. You don't know what it even means. Master, you can't serve two. You're ruled by your dialect. Father's the word, I can tell you. You don't never study. None of you in here probably even know Christ. And okay, get mad at me. This is what he says. Refiner's fire, man. Reproof each other with the word. So it's a living testament. Remember, he was the testor of that will. Somebody's got to die to receive the inheritance. So you don't know what the words are. And you sup with vipers. Most people are evil. Most people go to hell. Well, get up every day. Don't mourn and tell yourself, everybody's evil. I know everybody acting like everything's okay. No, Father didn't create most people to be evil. Yes, he did. That's what it says. Vessels of wrath fitted for destruction for the foundation of the world. Most people enter by the wide gate and go to hell. Under the Old Testament, one sin was death. So how are you going to, that's not any of us, right? Oh, thank you for salvation, right? Thank you for repentance. Thank you for forgiveness of sin. Not fake Jews like Donald Trump, who doesn't believe in forgiveness of sin, right? So anyways, but yeah, remember all these things. One sin was death. He had venial mortar. It didn't matter. So is that you? So you have this covenant for the sins of the world, and that's for standing up to police and government, and that's like he did. Not because you're covetousness and murderous and a thief and a robber, all that your ways. The forgiveness of sin is for his bride. He only loves his bride, and he's only forgiven him for standing up to fuck the police. Never heard a song called Fuck the Firefighter, have you? That would be Christ. And he probably wouldn't curse, but hey, he was a little more, you do the works of your father, Satan, the devil. He wasn't this little nice Jesus, sit on your ass Jesus. He called him out as these are the synagogues of Satan. You know, your little Jesus that you know is, you don't know Christ. Christ, a pagan term, never ever once written in the text. Lord, never written there. Planet, never written there. Devil, never written there. Lucifer, never written there. That's another one. How fucking stupid is a world where they take a word called Lucifer, never even written? Or how stupid is it with Lucifer and planet? Those two words should show you that people don't have any fucking idea what they're talking about. Exclusively what it says in that scripture and how any of this works. They think they're spinning on a ball at 1,040 miles an hour. I think they've lost touch with fucking reality. And they're just, these elitists are just like, these people are fucking so stupid, dude. We're just doing whatever we want to. Remember, perverted people, right? What the politicians or the banksters or the government is the banksters, not the talking heads. You're an idiot. But froward is a Hebrew word meaning to pervert, right? And so they like to sit there and go, oh, like, look at it, we'll twist this, and these people fall for it. We'll put it in Simpsons. We'll put it in the children. We'll start schooling them when they're a child and telling them we went to the moon and channeling them. And, you know, how come the footprint doesn't match the boot? Would you like to explain the occurrence of air bubbles in the lunar waves? And you remember that little cock ring ritual they had first in the water and then in the dust? Hey, NASA's some pretty nice waves. I thought Aquanet was we're all gonna die because the, styrofoam and chlorofluorocarbons. Remember hairspray? So, no, God didn't create any universe. You're a fucking idiot. Get out of here, you Satanist pig. There's no such thing as God's title. There's no globe. It doesn't say we live on a fucking ball. You're an idiot. Get out of here. Get that stupid fucking idiot out of here. Nowhere it says nothing of the sort in Scripture. Where does it say planet? We'll start there. Put in the Scripture. Refine me with the text, or go up. Go. We get away from you, earthly ruled being. Earth's not below your feet. Hell's no, you're above your feet, is it? Hell's not above you. Oh, do you die and go to the sky? Well, heaven's not above your head, so what the hell's wrong with you? Hell's not below your feet. Earth's not below your feet. God's not in the sky. People don't die and go to the sky. What the hell? Ask everybody. Where's God at? Where do dead people go? Oh, shit, you're wrong. So where does it say planet? Come on, work with me, guys. Somebody, help me. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. I let you use the rejected text. You can go into Enoch, which Enoch. There's more than one book of Enoch. 2 different authors. Oh, well, Enoch. No, there's nothing in Enoch that says we're spinning on a ball. This could be so easy to pull off. Everybody thought a virus is alive. A virus is not a living organism. So if a robot is alive and a computer is alive, then, oh my God, the robots are killing us. No, those are aliens from some other universe on a ball somewhere else that came here and they love us and are here to save us. They're from God in the sky. Oh, my Father, forgive them. They're idiots. You made them just retarded and they didn't remove the scales from their eyes. They think there's gods in the sky. Father, you're the Word. You're not in the sky. You only visited one day a year, and now you're on the hearts of the bride. Religious idiots, man. Pukes is what they are. Remember, he said, hot or cold, or I'll vomit you from my mouth. But little leaven leavens the whole lump, right? Sin was the word leaven, and you mix that with your sweet Jesus, you come drunk on the world, earth. And you'd be ruled, government, mind controlled. So start voting and think somebody, you can't serve two. Oh, trust the science, go inside, flatten the curve. How about Christ said, put hands on the sick, not go inside, flatten the curve? Holy crap, be with the people who have less. Now they're putting people in jail for being less, having not enough money, throwing them in jail when there's 1,000+ military bases in all 180 countries. Who do you think is making them poor? It's the government. More millionaires in Congress than the populace. What the hell? I know it's not below your feet. It's no knowledge. People are lost in space. Remember, spinning on a ball, corkscrewing on a planet at 1,040 miles an hour. Rock or ball? I don't know. I think dimension, like geometry. I don't know if they do the ball, block, rock, they're spinning, corkscrewing on a ball. Screw, that's the word forward. Remember I said that's perverted. So whatever, they're perverted, spinning on the 3rd dimension, rock from the sun, corkscrewing on a ball, planet through time and space. Well, I hate to break it to you. You don't need to go to space on your model. You're already in space, asshole. What do you need? You can't learn. What's wrong with you? Hole, you said ball, So 2 cheeks to the same hole, 2 wings to the same dragon. But you're already in space on your universe model, on your spinning on the spiral end of the galaxy. Fucking, oh my God, here we go. I am a Cylon Raider. This reminds me of some Universal Studios here, huh? Paramount Pictures presents, and some Knott's Berry Farm. Have some jelly, jam. A bunch of just jam on it. So it's all right. Remember, alcohol, so berries. I was just thinking of fruit. So a bunch of fruit cakes, eating fruit cake, wearing diapers, face diapers, saying, America, everything is awesome when you're part of the team. Corporation, enslavement nation. There's more people locked up in America than all the other countries combined. And actually, country is not a country, it's a corporation. It's their corporation, right? They work for it. The people of America are not, they're totally not understanding that they're murderous and there will be an accessory to murder by their tax dollars when Father Final Judgment. They killed Ukrainians. They killed Yemenis. They killed Iranians. They killed Israelis. They killed people with Russians with their dollars. It doesn't mean that they're not guilty. They will face the death of that. That blood is on their hands. They're just too frontal lobotomized. They think they're spinning on a planet, and they think the government loves them, and it's there to save them. Remember Hurricane Katrina? Remember Hurricane Helene? I don't even need to speak of what this government's mind control. So you don't have to talk to anybody who thinks probably even votes, because that's mind control. You know, they're already mind control. Well, if you don't vote, you don't have a vote. That's your First Amendment right. This ain't about politicians. This wasn't a democracy. There's a constitutional republic, and now it's a corporation. So don't worry about it. Most people don't even have any idea what's going on. You know, I need to learn from earth. Learn that earth, just like humankind, was created in God's image, and as man and man's realm. Therefore, we're capable of raising vibration and consciousness. Listen, soul. What are you, soul? Rebel? You're not supposed to be a rebel. You're an idiot. There's no, earth isn't below your feet. So, soul, do you think earth's below your feet? Let me put you through the test, soul, because I think you're just some evil person. And everybody in my life I meet is probably evil. I'm probably evil too, because most people go to hell. And I think you're in hell already. Hell's not below your feet. Hell's the word no knowledge. I don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about. You have some sense of language, you know, but so do people that are like call themselves pastors or priests or deacons or reverends. They're all Satanists. And I think you're a Satanist too. So I'm going to just refine you with one word at a time. I already told you what the word hell is. That's no knowledge. Let's see if you have any idea what you're talking about other than, okay, so you know where you're on a rock and hell's not below your feet. You said earth. Is earth below your feet? Because you use the word earth, because you said made in his image. What is earth? Tell me what earth is. Breaker 19, come on there, soul. Speak up. Hurry up. You typed all that. You probably took a while to create your little haiku or whatever that new mystery Babylonian madness psycho babble that you just wrote in front of me. But come on, let's slow down and do one word at a time. I'll show you how we do it here at HD fat. This is the fat, you know, that's where it's at. Not high definition for that. I'm on a 2T potato phone or whatever you want. Oh, you fuckers, a potato. Off grid, out in the middle of nowhere. But I want to see if you even know what the hell you're talking about. Because hell, I already told you, it's no knowledge, not below your feet. So it's earth below your feet. Realm, dimensional realm, multi-dimensional realm. You're a fucking idiot, dude. You are, and that's not an insult. So speak up, type, and let me see what you got. So what did they say? With a central pole of outward, upward denomination electromagnetic radiation. Is that, you're gonna answer my question? Google the hole at the North Pole. Dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about magnetics, dude. You don't know anything about the excursion of our current magnetic excursion that took place in 1859 when our sun rocked this fucking magnetic canopy. Don't talk like you know what you're... Answer my goddamn question or get the fuck out of here. Seriously, you think you know something, but you can't answer my question. Earth is a rule, you dumb fuck. We don't have poles, North Pole. It's called polarity, not poles. We would have 4 fucking poles. Why do you think the toilet spins this way and that way? And the, oh, well, fuck, you think, oh my hemisphere. They're spinning on a ball now. All right. Anyways, I don't, Jimmy Crackcorn. People have a little bit of something, brother, but then they get off in this bullshit because they won't slow down and just start doing one word at a time. All I asked the prick was to define Earth, but he couldn't do it, so fuck him. There was a song called Fuck the Firefighter, have you? So I'm a little salty. I got a court today, and if they take me to trial, I'm telling you, brother, so you mark my words, this week I'm going to go fucking take this SWAT raid to a civil attorney, and this shit's over, man. It sucks that the taxpayer is going to end up having to pay. I will sue all 3 of these counties, Josephine County, Lake County, and Lane County, all of them, and the state. And I'll put all these courts on notice of liability for these damages anyways in open court. So I already know how to do this, and I think they just stepped into a big trap. And again, I know this law better than anybody in the case because I'm the one who fucking started this shit with them at the beginning. I was there this time, you know, saying get this fucking pedophile rapist away from my fucking son. I didn't even know he was at the time. He was just buying him fucking cigarettes illegally. And they would not fucking, he's a trap. That's what that guy was. So I'm on these motherfuckers. They're going to drop this case or they're going to get sued. And they're not. They're going to take it to trial when they don't even have the right of the burden of proof. And I know it. So I'm just going to continue on here and exposing, you know, fake cops and fake law and do what I do because that's what Christ would do. Christ would be a police First Amendment auditor, not a sovereign citizen. Only Father is sovereign. He is in flesh, but he would stand up against the law. So you don't know Christ. You don't know who he is unless you stand up to the law. That's what he did. That's what Christ did. Not cracker Jesus, none of this other nonsense. So I rebuke the world who thinks Jesus is some kind of sit down on your ass Jesus. He's a get up, speak up, not use violence. He didn't use violence. Oh wait, he did. He whipped the people selling the dust, but I'm not using violence. So, or am I condoning any violence? Meek, not weak. So you can protect yourself. It was kind of protecting his father's house, wasn't he? But anyways, the body's a temple, so you can protect your temple. Okay, somebody tries to rape your wife or kill your dog or kill you, you can use your Title 18 right under the original House, Congress, and Senate. It was adjudicated through the Title 18 statutes, which means that is not repugnant. And if somebody comes into your property and you think they're going to cause you harm on your your Fourth Amendment right to cause harm to your house's papers, persons, and effects, you can deem the force necessary. If you have a Black Hawk helicopter and you think they're going to kill you, you can shoot them with your Black Hawk helicopter. Because if you think they're going to kill them, you can kill them with your Black Hawk helicopter. But I wouldn't recommend that. I recommend already being away from the chaos and go to your bug out or something. Be like me, live in the middle of nowhere, kind of sort of speak, and have bad internet, but just get away from people and chaos. And the number one population density be the number one killer. So, I can't. My my hit my like button. My dog can't kill my dog. He can't bench 225. What the fuck are you talking about, Jake? Are you on some steroids there or something? You guys are a little pumping too much iron there. I don't lift weights. You know why? They're heavy. I lift a lot heavier things than weights out here at the farm. But all right, thanks for coming in, guys. This court date's just killing me. I can't believe these people are gonna make me drive all the way down there, Kevin, to just get a court date, man. Wasting my time. So this is the last time I let these courts waste my time ever again. Make me drive down there when they can drop this case. That's it. This week I have to, or next week at the latest, go to bring the SWAT raid to a civil attorney and said, all right, let's get this done now. Like if I finally had to go to John and say, here's tens of thousands of dollars. All right, let's get this done. So I didn't come up, no, I didn't sell anything, but I'll get it. I'll figure it out. I'll talk to John. I'm sure I'll get the court date set, and I'm once then I'm going to turn that. I'm not going to go back. I have to. I want to go look for Elijah or Adriana, so I'm going to keep going. I'll keep my word. I'm going to fight to the death to keep him from going to prison. And if he's dead, he's dead. I can't change that, but at least I can keep his, you know, the case, get him some resolve to, and for myself, that these people who did these things to him and my daughter are accountable is all. Not vengeance. I don't want no vengeance in this case. I told you I didn't want the money. I think it's bullshit that I'm going to have to file a lawsuit that the taxpayers going to end up paying a lot of money out for, you know, so if I have any evidence they were alive, how could they even have a case? I mean, my star fucking witnesses, in my case are my son and my daughter, and they're not can't even show up to my trial. Who's going to be there at my trial? This is so crazy. It's so crazy. Who's going to be in my trial? I didn't even they thought about this. Who's going to be at his trial? You know, who's going to be at my trial? I have the right under discovery to call witness in my favor. My son and my daughter are my star witnesses. How they can even have a fucking trial when my son and daughter aren't even there? And then what do they expect me to say when I go sit on that fucking witness stand? This is insane. But we'll go through today. I'm gonna go through this procedure. They want to fuck me over and kill my son and daughter. I won't even let me report them missing if that's the case. So somebody can go look for them to see if they're still fucking alive. Maybe if they're still alive. Maybe if they're still alive. You know. Um, so I got it, brothers, sisters. This sucks. I so avoided this for 481 days. I avoided filing lawsuit because I think it's criminal to have the taxpayers pay for the criminal behavior of their, you know, law enforcement. It's supposed to be people enforcing our community or public servants, and they're not. They're public tyrants. So, it's just going to be a 5-hour drive to just hopefully, uh, well, I don't know why I keep saying that. It's like 2 hours or something like that. So about 4-hour drive. for not just to go down there and get a court date. That's fucking with me, man. That's just messing with me. So I've done messed with enough, and I'm not going to take this anymore. And I'm going to not seek vengeance, but I'm going to go ahead and file these lawsuits. And so hopefully it'll get taken care of very quickly and swiftly. And um, again, I don't even see how this is even possible. How could they have a case? Who the hell is going to be at my trial? You know what I'm saying? Thank you, music. I like music, everyone. If you like music, I'm always singing some kind of music in here. I'll stop in the middle of the thing and just stop in the name of love. This I don't really. It's a time machine. We love our music in here. So la musica de los. Tear down the walls. Tear down that wall, Mr. Gorbachev. So I like music. It's one of the few things in this world here that gives me just a little relief from the pain. So um, appreciate your support. And hopefully one day we'll hear that harper's harp. Boy, those strings, won't those be nice to hear? That vibration. So the wedding feast of the lambs, you know there'll be music because the harper's harp. So la musica. Um, so I don't know. I'm still a little, like I said, I can't be stressed. John's going to call me probably today or tomorrow and say, "Hey, Tracy, I need this 5,000 to proceed in this case." And I'm seriously starting to think about maybe just representing myself, because if they're not going to have any witnesses there, then I'm calling every fucking witness on my list to discovery into a trial. And I'm going to flood these fucking people with discovery, because I have it. I have that right under the Sixth Amendment to call witness in my favor, to include, not just physical, to call to discovery, so I can cross examine that witness, or that, you know, you have the right to face your accuser. They don't really do that now, but the state's accusing me. But my son is my. How do I? Oh, so you didn't stop the car in your son? This is all about Elijah. This is all about his 180 hours. How are they going to get me on the thing and then play the SWAT rate and not bring the 180 hours up? And even if the state has, again, what is called the burden of proof to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, there's plenty of reasonable doubt in this case. Even the attorney has told me that. So he's like, look, that's not interfering with the police officer. You didn't stop your son. You just told him don't stop the car. He could have stopped the car. That's not a charge. That's not hindering a police officer. That's not interfering with the prosecution. That's not. That's a bogus charge. So that's reasonable doubt. Okay. And then he said, well, Paul Palmer, they didn't really give you that attorney. You already went to court that month. And they didn't really give you the right time frame, and then they arrested you because you didn't show up to court, and then they, that's bogus charge. So all the charges are bogus. Why are we taking it to trial then? You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. So I'll figure it out. I really wish I just had the 5,000 to give them, because I've come this far. What, 100 and I probably got at least 120. I think I added up the other, because even now the price of gold has gone up even more, in silver. And if he would have just held on to it, or if I would have just held on to it, it would be worth that 5,000 more right now. Guys, the difference, I would have made already $5,000 for this time that I gave John that money, because precious metals is up to $43 today. You know what I'm saying? So our ancestors' family are spirits, energy that come back together to make the whole energy uncreated, not destroyed. No, I would see each other again. I'm like, huh, interesting. So I don't even know how they would put together a trial. Who would they have there? I don't know. I think John's just going to get it dropped. I really do. Because once again, if they take me to trial and I win my trial, then they're wrongful prosecution lawsuits as well. So um, we'll see. We'll see. It's just a long drive down there today for nothing. So I got $44 on my Cash App card, so I'll be able to give that to Kevin for gas. And it's probably going to take a little bit more. I feel bad because I'm not going to be able to buy him. I like to buy somebody when they give me a fucking ride or something, lunch, and I can't buy him a burrito, but it's all right. I'll figure it out. So I'm a little baffled, but I'm now over it. I'm over it. Like I said, Uh, I'll just file the lawsuits. It is what it is. I just didn't want to do it. I think it's fucked up for the taxpayer to pay for the criminal behavior of their public servants. They're supposed to be serving the public, serving the community, and they're out there committing crimes. So you got to hold the people accountable. That's all it is for now. Accountability. Hope everybody understands that. If I shift gears here, I didn't want to sue these people, and I have 481 days pretty much to back that. Hey, I tried to avoid this, even more because this even before the SWAT raid, to try to avoid this, to try to de-escalate a situation over fucking probation that he said that he didn't do. That I have proof that he did. This case is insane. It is unfathomable how it's gone this far. Yeah, I know it's Father doing it. I know it's Father doing it. So I know they have nothing on me. I know I will not lose this case. That's why I will take it to trial, because I'm not going to let them bully me into fucking being a Nephilim, into taking the case. America is the Nephilim. There we go. That's what we're going to call America, is Nephilim, you know. We're not here on Earth. There's no such thing as Earth music, okay? Earth is the ruled, okay? Your dialect's a little alien in here, so you know. Earth is the ruled. You don't live on Earth. That's not what Earth is. Heavens is not above your head. Earth's not below your feet. God's not in the sky. God is the word Hokadesh, spirit. So, I don't know where you're getting your teaching, but it's not aligned with the scriptures. So, you know, music, Torah, frequency, vibration, resonance, the toroidal field. So, yeah, I think I'm going to get up and throw some eggs in a pan here. And times it. I actually might lay down for another hour before I get up. Just to rest a little bit. I don't think I'll sleep, but just think a little bit before I go into court here and try to keep quiet. I just want to let John set the court date so I can sue these people, you know. I don't have to think of what happens after life. Music, I know exactly what happens after life. You go be with Father. Hokadesh in flesh. Christ took the flesh to go be with Father. So we go to get to the wedding feast of the lambs. Father without flesh, Hokadesh spirit. He took the flesh to be with Father. He was the flesh, with the word in flesh. So we go get to be with the word after we die, or you don't go anywhere. You stay in the dirt until you get your flesh back in the little season, and you'll be rebirthed again. So you have some validity with what you're saying. We do come back. We do come back. We do come back. But in this next season, before the little season, we don't get our flesh back. You can't let go of the flesh, then you sit here and you gnash teeth in the dirt until the little season comes again. So, you know, that's Father. So, Father is I am. Father is Jehovah, self-existent, been here before all this ever existed. He already knew, prognosco, to have foreknowledge of. Romans 8:29, I also did foreknow who I did predestine to conform to the image of Christ, to be the firstborn above brethren. So, the inheritance, those that receive the inheritance. He hated Esau, and he stole his brother's inheritance. Nimrod, right? He stole his brother's inheritance, and he loved Jacob. Remember, he was a man. He had a family, 12 families of Israel. He called Israel and gave him the inheritance. So, harper's harp. You're not going to hear that harper's harp if you can't get rid of this flesh and don't speak these fleshly words and don't fall for the spells. So, it's going to be an amazing time, though, because remember, he said, I'm going to leave this place. Father is inside of us right now. The Holy Spirit reigns in the heart of the bride. The word is on the hearts of the bride. He's not in the sky. He's not below our feet. He is inside of us. Yes, Jacob, who he so loved, who he called Israel. He hated Esau, and he loved Jacob. Remember? So before either were born or done anything on this rock. Remember, Esau faltered. That's what Esau problem. He was a man after God. He went after God, but he was wishy-washy. He just was lukewarm. And he killed his brother and stole his inheritance. But Jacob, he was a shit stick in the flesh, if you look at him, but he held on his faith, and that some of us people can't stand me, but I don't care. I'm not going to fall off the wagon here. He's steering the ship. I'm anchored in faith. He's the one who keeps me anchored. I want to bail off this ship and walk the plank. I'm out of here. Just take over the ship, Master. I'm not even steering it anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? So can't serve two masters. You try to steer the ship, you're going to Titanic this thing and sink the ship, man. Run right into an iceberg. In fact, it's cold as hell, said Elton John. Another buy. He wants you to come on and try. Oh, come on, to give it a buy. So you can, come on, give it a try. So you can give it a buy, or come on, buy and give it a try. Little bender gender there. Careful, that Hebrew word is twist and warp and change. And we got you doing Mr. Potato Head wants his Mr. Potato Head's lips. Oh my gosh. So, but any words, it'll be a day for me, brothers and sisters, that I already would have been wealthy. I haven't done this for wealth. My daughter would be wealthy. They kidnapped her. Elijah would be wealthy. He's owed the 133 hours because he did the 180 and the 133. He's already, this case is so cut and close. It's ridiculous how much money that would be coming through civil lawsuit. Cruel and unusual punishment, Fourth Amendment, all these violations. So I'm not tripping. Father created all things, and he's doing everything. It knows no free will, no luck. We're not spinning on a ball. We're locked in this rock. We're in the firmament. There's no getting out of here. People try to think you can, and that's Babylon. They did this again and again and again. We do come in and out of this flesh, though. If you don't have an idea of what people call reincarnation, you get a new body. It says a new heaven and a new earth. That's not above your head or below your feet. It says the meek will inherit the earth. The earth is the rule. And if you can't get over and reign over this flesh, then guess what? You're going to stay in it, and you're going to gnash. You ain't going to lose these teeth. You're going to stay in them. You're going to have them. You're going to wish you had. In fact, it's cold in hell because people in hell want ice water. Remember, he said, if you drink of the living water, you'll never thirst again. Hell is not eternal. You get new flesh in a little season. Stop thinking eternity is never ends. You hear eternity, you think that's, I'm going to sit there in eternity. You're already in eternity, you freaking idiot. Oh, shit, I am. Yeah, I am. Revelation. Welcome to the last letters, jots, yods in the script. The remnant. The firmament declared it. I can't. I'm not positive. I'm not happy about this. I hate the fact that they're going to make, I got to ask Kevin, to I don't want to put the wear and tear on his vehicle. And, I only have enough money to give him for gas money. I only have enough to give him money for a burrito. That's stupid, And I probably do. I'll probably bring some change down there. But, the whole thing's just stupid. And so I will be positive. I just want to be quiet, so I don't say anything, because I'm going to freaking know me. I go off down there. They hate me when I go down there. I never shut the fuck up. I'm always one word away from being thrown in jail. So every time. Remember, you even heard me record it over the phone. They were going to come get me and throw me in jail, remember? And I was here, and they were going to come get me. So every time I go to court, I'm this far away from, even in Kevin's case, they were going to throw me in jail. Every time I go to that courthouse, they threaten to throw me in jail. They bring in a whole shitload of cops and lock me in the fucking thing in there with Kevin and try to intimidate me. And I sit there and tell them, what the fuck you looking at, you cop, you pig, and do what I do in there, So, but Father's my counsel. I'm going to get up, throw some eggs on the, give me a uno momento, por favor. So, yeah, I just think about it, guys. How the hell could they have a trial? My son and daughter are the star witnesses of my trial, and they wouldn't even show up to my trial. How could there even be a trial? How could they? This is fucking weird. Well, did Elijah do is you didn't stop the car because you didn't Elijah do his thing. Well, can we talk to Elijah about Elijah? Where the fuck is Elijah? Elijah was dead. My daughter's dead. Or at least I can't report. How the fuck am I going to go in there? You know what I'm saying? And not talk about the SWAT raid in 180 hours and the grenade to the face. That's what I'm saying. I don't know, guys. Okay, take a break, smoke a cigarette. If you smoke cigarettes, you're stupid. Fucking quit paying money to make tobacco. Stop fucking smoking cigarettes. Stop smoking crack. Stop smoking meth. Smoke brisket, okay? And smoke salmon, not meth, you fucking drug pushers. That's what I said. Smoke brisket or smoke pork butts, but don't smoke meth and don't smoke cigarettes, please. Smoke cannabis. No, I'm not giving any medical advice. I'm just kidding. You can do whatever you want. It's not what goes in a man that defiles a man. It's what comes out of him. Fuck yeah. Do it all the time. Apologize. I'm not some kind of perfect person. Only Father's perfect. He's the only thing that exists without darkness. He is the light, the Hados, the Horizo, the Alathea. Let's get some butter. I never had a more bit of butter. I know I got 3 or 4 more tabs of butter. Where'd that all go? I'm going to eat. I'll probably lay down for another hour or something. Relax. That's not feeling good today. And again, what's going on? What's happening? Mr. Biggie Biggie. It's the Biggie Biggie. The Biggie Biggie. He's my Biggie. He's my puppy doggo. This cabin is cold. What temperature is it in here? It is 48. It's 48 degrees in the cabin. I got no firewood, damn it. I'd be lighting a fire right now. Thank you, Father, for stealing all my money from me so I don't even have firewood. Thank you, Father, for hating me so much that I can't even afford firewood. All right, what do we got here? Eggs. I love eggs from my head down to my legs. How many dozens we got? I gave Kevin eggs yesterday too, didn't I? Oh, snap. Yep, let's use these eggs. Let's use these eggs. frozen out there. Damn. That's so cold. Everything's frozen out there. It's freaking cold in this cabin, man. Damn. I put on some more layers here. Get that tucked in. What the hell? I'm gonna go tucked in. Yeah. That's oh, good. Cheese and some sauce on that, huh? All right, got some eggs here, some fresh eggs. Some fresh eggs. Some cheese and some salsa on them here. Those are fresh eggs. Oh, man. Thank you for the abundance. So I'm not going to feel heartbroken for suing this state and the county. I'm really not. I gave them 481 days to get this straightened out. So I guess a man's got to do what a man's got to do. But maybe I can continue this and, maybe expose what's going on here. And the people of this state and the county can learn what their public officials have done to steal their money and their tax dollars when they're supposed to be helping them. They're out hurting other people with their tax dollars. They spent money on drones, flying drones during the SWAT raid over this house. That's a waste of the tax dollars money, man. Already. You know how much money they have already wasted just on the SWAT raid alone? It all costs the taxpayer money. So whatever. appreciate it. Remember, I don't want the money. I didn't do this for money. I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't like the idea of having millions of dollars. It doesn't do anything for me. Money doesn't excite me. The word excites me. What excites me now is knowing if my son's dead or alive now. Just just anything would be okay. My daughter, just anything. They want to talk to me, anything. They were supposed to be moving here on the other property. So I don't know how this goes, like from moving here to just seeing them talk. They hate me and all this is crazy. Thank you, Father, for this disgusting, horrible life that you're making me live. But and somehow I have just a bounty too. You know, I'm eating fresh eggs and I'm off the grid. I'm a little cold, but my animals are here with him. I don't know, but no more. I got to go with this week, you know, because brothers and sisters, I'm pretty certain at this point, if I file the civil lawsuit before the trial, they'll drop the case too anyway. So I already know that. There'll be a pre-trial and they'll just drop it at pre-trial. So I have to do this. I have to do this. I tried to give the state and the county their ability to do it, and they didn't want to do it. So now this just sets them up for more millions of dollars, more liability. Like I say, even if they take me to court, I'm not going to lose in a trial. That's a wrongful prosecution. That's more lawsuits. So I would say, and I'm just guessing, I would just say that, and I don't care because I don't think about this. I would almost say in a week or two, if I talk to you and say, okay, the civil lawsuit's going to take this attorney, they're going to tell me that this case is at least $100 million case. At least $100 million. At least $100 million to be suing for. So they'll want this case. They'll want this case. I know they will, you know. So that's why I think all of you guys, I appreciate your help here at Grace and Truth, because they're fucking stupid. You know, you guys are all struggling like me, and any one of you could have taken that goddamn SWAT raid video and helped me out too, and went and got me a fucking civil attorney to look at it and put some money in your pocket. But it's okay. I'll take care of it. After today, I'm going to do it myself. You know, I asked for how many times did I ask you guys? I probably asked 100 fucking times for you guys to help me, please. Somebody start some fucking call somebody, do something about this. You can put some money in your pocket here and help yourself. So, but that's okay. You can lead a horse water, but you can't make him drink, right? This was never about money to me at all. This had nothing to do with money, remember? And here I am for $5,000 for the attorney. It just doesn't make sense. So, well, he's probably just shelled out $120,000 this year in the last 16 months. It'll all work out. I know the evidence. I'm not even at this point. I might just represent myself, and John ain't gonna. John's gonna beat the case. I already know it. John's gonna beat the case. I'm gonna figure out how to come with this extra money. I already came up $120,000 this year or whatever. I think I'll figure it out. God will provide. I did it, and no organization stepped in to help me. No veterans, no victims advocate, not a single person, and not me. How about Elijah too? You know. How about my son? I know everybody. That's what's so weird. Everybody's missing. I'm so fucking crazy because I curse a little bit. A lot at this point, but my cursing doesn't do anything about my son, is it? Or my missing son, or what? This is stupid, man. Probably tens of thousands of hours and nobody ever heard it. Went, hey, we should help that guy's kids, man. Oh, and he's a veteran too. And you don't have to. It's crazy that all these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, nobody's ever even got the thought, maybe we should give this guy a hand. No, that's okay. Hey, that's the way Father is with me. I have to do most things on my own. So I appreciate having this ministry because it gives me somebody to talk to, somebody to, I do appreciate, because there's been times where, I'm strapped for just the smallest things, and you guys have helped with this. It's like, I'm not getting my AdSense again. I'm probably going to turn off PayPal again, because remember, my credit card got broken into. Now I thought I had money that I was going to give to Kevin on my PayPal card that I thought I'd pay my Verizon bill, but I can't now because they took my bank card, and I had to order a new bank card. Now I have to reset a whole account here for um, AdSense, which goes into my PayPal account. Even my hip camp the other day, I was like, damn, man, I can't get this straightened out, and somebody's going to call and hook up a hip camp. 15 minutes later, ching, hip camp, video hip camp reservation. So I can't pull that money off PayPal because my card, my bank, it won't transfer to my bank. That I have this, I think there's like 50 or $60 in that PayPal. And they won't let me transfer it into my bank now because I have to reset up the whole thing. And then I have to call my bank tomorrow or today, right? I guess, to get the password. I don't even understand how that. I already had it all set up. But when my card got frauded, they shut the whole thing down, which is right. I mean, they're supposed to do that, but I can't even move money around. The little bit that I have. So at this point, so no more worrying about money for me, I guess. We'll get over this whole money thing. And anybody who was charitable to me and helped me out, I will definitely try to remember them and help them out too. Because, you know what I'm saying? Uh, People have helped me here. I know that's people. That's just because they don't help me financially doesn't mean I won't be able to, if I have an abundance of finances, that I can't help them out. So charity goes both ways. Right? So I just, like I said, it breaks my heart that nobody even tried to help my son and daughter. Went, damn, this dude needs some fucking help. Dude, look at me struggling. He's all on his fucking own. He's only got God. People come in and tell him he's crazy all the fucking time, and he curses a little bit. He's just a dad trying to help his son. Fuck, somebody help this guy. So I think a lot could have been done in the last 16 months from some outside agencies come in here and try to help, investigate this state. And look, dude, this guy's got a lot of fucking claims, man. We need to look into this. A lot of corruption. And never fucking one call, never one call. My son's body is still, if he's alive, suffering if he's alive right now. How could his mom not even come help him? His mom took all his shit and brought it to his stepdad's. That's some fucked up shit right there. Oh, puppies are up over there already. I was yolk at the bottom of there. Oh my goodness. All right, what time is it? I might lay back down for a little bit. Just try to get All right, well, I just want to come in here, guys. I'm going to jump off here. Just talk to you guys before. I've been up for hours. I just think I've been up since about 1 o'clock or something. Just can't seem to get myself to settle down thinking about, the day. And I'm not worried about the day. It's a turning point for me because I've avoided suing, and now I'm going to do it. So if they put me to trial, I will sue them. And so probably in a few months, I won't struggle. I have more money than I ever know what to do with, and I will have to be able to move around. And I'm going to make it through this somehow, some way. Father will pave a way, and I don't care what happens to me. I've already lived plenty of a life. There's nothing that he can do to me. I mean, I'm going to suffer no matter what. So I know I have a lot of suffering ahead of me. So I'll make it through it, and because I have faith, like Daniel, to be thrown into a den of lions. I'm not going to falter on what it is that Father has. I know he does all these things after his own counsel, and he does it for his own pleasure. So he's beating me for a reason. He's done what he's done to my son for a reason. He's done what he's done to my daughter. I just really, if they were in pain, I just really wish that I can go help them some way. Now that somebody would have gone in the last 16 months, or at least for the last. They've been missing for a year, guys. That's a long time to be extorted, laying in a cave somewhere, being extorted or being raped or being beaten, or I don't know what's happened to them. I know where they're at, and I can't go to them, and that's the part that just kills me. So, because they didn't do what they were supposed to do, I'm going to make sure that they know that their bodies were laying up there, and I'm going to make sure I get my body, I find my sons before I leave this rock, whatever bullshit that we're on here. I don't know what they were doing me, but and my daughters, so I'm not going to sell. They're either going to come kill me, or I'm going to fight every single day, as I have, not with arms, to try to find my son's body before I die. He wants to tell me, Dad, I hate you, and then I'll accept that, but I'm not going to accept that he's just going to fade away. The fucking nobody wants to help him in 16 months. Not a single fucking person is coming to my son's help. I know people don't like me because I'm a constitutionalist and I speak up, but if they would look at him and go, man, that guy did his, not once, but 2 times he did probation. They've extorted my son. They have hurt and assaulted my daughter. Just out the beginning, I can't imagine how she feels right now. She's even alive. What would be going through her head if I lived in another country? It's this disgusting, filthy fucking country. That's the problem. I know it. Who the fuck would want to help an American? All we do is fuck everybody up. So, but there are agencies, like I said, think about all these agencies that people could have called all these places to. Nobody will call me back. That's what I was asking somebody from an outside, not my veterans agency should have come in here and, yeah, he's got an honorable discharge. What the fuck are they doing to this guy? The fuck are they doing to his kids? He said he couldn't even report his son murdered or missing. Somebody help, somebody go call somebody else. Maybe one of his other family members can fucking report him missing. This is bullshit. So I have no choice at this time but to file a lawsuit. They pushed me to a point to where I don't care about the fucking state of Oregon anymore. And I do care about the taxpayers, but I can't let my feelings get in the way of accountability for what these people have done to my son and daughter. They can do whatever they want to do to me, because that's what they're really attacking in the beginning, is attacking them to get to me. So I really wish they would have just shot me a long time ago when they wanted to, because I've been visited by these people before. I know where the fuck, I know who they are. I work for them, remember? So, and then my son and daughter could be living their lives. They weren't even, they were just leading a normal life. Nothing, no trouble, no nothing. Nothing. Doing exactly what the fuck they're supposed to be doing for years, and then just get fucking beat off. Nope, you didn't do that. You're getting thrown in jail now. What the fuck? Already did it, and then once, and then do it again. Okay, I'll do it again. I don't want to. I'll do it and do it again. No, you're still going to jail. You're still going to prison. What the fuck, man? So, you know who's the biggest one to blame in all this? Me. Should have listened to my son and daughter. Well, my son, she was here. She saw all that gold and silver too. When he told me, Dad, go get your double cab. I just gave another double cab Tacoma fucking to John. A whole nother, like 5 or 6 double cab Tacomas, 2015 double cab Tacomas in this fucking case, guys. And he told me, Dad, just buy the truck and go now. You have everything you need. You have the gold, you have the silver, you can pay that line. I don't need the gold. I don't need that, Dad. I have my own. Please go. So I'm the stupidest fucking dad ever in the world not to listen to my son. And probably cost him his life over fucking precious metals, man. So I can't take it back. It is what it is. I thought I was doing the right thing by helping him out. So I'm truly responsible for his death, if you think about it, because if I'd have listened to him, Father wrote his dead death. So if he's dead, He's dead when he was supposed to die. It's not me who did it. It's just, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do. I love you, buddy. I know. That's okay. I love you, buddy. I'll be all right. I made it this far. I'll figure it out. I have a long fucking way to go. I have nothing but another. I mean, my days are going to be continued to terrorized, and yeah, I'll figure it out. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. That's all I could say. When I die, I'll get whatever it is I have coming. I just want accountability for people who hurt my son and daughter. And I just can't believe who cares about that. That's listening came in, and from any agency that's heard that, they go, his son and daughter were assaulted, dude. That's a fucking 8th Amendment cruel and unusual. Fucking loudmouth better. Turn this week and never talk to you ever again, and nobody would even look for him. It's a sad fucking day, man, for me and for this, whatever. If I turn this live stream off and say my goodbyes, guys, and nobody gives a fuck about me, my son, or my daughter,